Okay. Managed to get my shake out the fridge, knock it and spill it on the floor, so half of it went on the floor. Had a pain in the arse downloading something on the PC and it was going really slow. So if anyone annoys me, you're literally going to get timed out immediately. Even if it's a brand new person, if they come in and they say hi the wrong way, I'm fucking timing someone out. Oh, fuck! I very nearly just like kicked the fridge to pieces. I had to restrain myself. Because then I would have just had to buy a new fridge after literally kicking the door in. So that was fun. Oh, right. Oh yeah, we're watching The Guy. Forgot what I was going to do. Fuck. Okay, we're watching The Guy. And I had to close all my tabs because it was literally making that whole computer fuck up. Downloading something. And then it finished downloading. And then everything was going slow. I nearly smashed the mouse into the keyboard. But decided against it. So that was fun. Set up this. Let's set up this. The guy is live with his trash music. Let's see if he's in his chat. Let's see if the guy's in his chat. Acid Face is in his chat. Yeah, he's in his chat. Good morning, everyone. Fucking moron. Bro, I hope you literally choked DSP. If I saw your cat in the street, I'd kick it into the air. I'd literally kick Jasper across the street. Just because it's DSP's cat. If you think that's toxic, I don't care. I'd kick him across the street.
Can I see your penis?
I don't give a fuck. Oh, Doobie Brat, Pancake Mix, ProxyCon. How we doing? Yeah, that'll do. Oh my god. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do. I guess. I don't know why it's leaning down a bit. Whatever. It don't matter. There's a prediction up if you want to bet on the prediction. Prediction ends in 10 minutes. Someone put 20k on no. I reckon they threw their money away. I don't know who put 20k on no, but I think you threw your money away. But I might be wrong. I could potentially be wrong. What do you got for me? Oh, this is today. I've seen it. Yeah, we'll watch this. We'll watch this quickly before the guy starts.
Jumped by 3 roid heads for using a machine they wanted.
If it was the bicep curl machine, then you had it coming. The symptoms of being smacked by 3 roid heads are apparently dancing like Justin Timberlake. Those are symptoms you never want. So that was a 20-second clip filmed in an accident in an emergency room. You can have to find another way to fill 4 hours of your time to see a doctor in the UK, sir.
Roid Rage at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, these people are just...
That wasn't Roid Rage, he was just disappointed by the ending of Game of Thrones. He did, however, make sure that he hit depth in his squats. Respect. And Roid Rage doesn't discriminate.
Shut up and jump!
It happens outside the gym also, because the world is my gym and all that.
Sad I am. Walk away.
I just love the fact that he's showing what a big boy he is whilst driving the most floppy car I've ever seen. Want to know how to decrease your testosterone instantly? Just buy one of those.
You're not gonna do a goddamn job. Then crush all of you.
When a picture says 1,000 words, man picks a fight with a man twice his size in the gym and it ends badly for him.
Yeah.
Who wins the street fight, me or you?
I kill you.
Oh, Bradley
Until I can
Martin.
remember, I was
I
five
really
kids in
hope
the
Bradley
street.
Martin.
Fight to Cheeto.
I really hope Bradley Martin fights a UFC fighter, and does like jujitsu with him or something, and they fucking like wreck him.
Vera.
Yours for
Every single time Bradley Martin gets a UFC fighter on, he thinks just because I'm 260 pounds that I can beat a guy who's 150. And it's like, do you know how many times they could punch you in the face? Do you know how many times he would get punched in the face? By the way, and how you doing? And Two-Tailed Fox. Do you know how many times someone like Mighty Mouse would punch him in the face before he even touched them? Yeah, I'll see him do jujitsu. I'll see him do jujitsu, and I'll see him hit the bag. Not that I'm a boxer, but I'll see him hit the bag. He obviously does these questions for clout, but it still pisses me off. It's still disrespectful. Who would win out of me in a street fight? That guy, Chito Vera, would literally kill him.
Guys.
And he says, I kill you. He'd literally kill him.
Proving that roids maybe don't make you rage. They just make you delusional. Bradley Martin
They would
is the
literally
latest
kill him.
juiced-up influencer who apparently thinks he's a fighter, cringeworthingly punching another dude who
Look at
also clearly can't
Sneeko.
fight in his zoo culture gym, thinking he's the second coming of Marvin Hagler. And actual fighters are saying they would beat him up. They are
Yeah,
correct.
Chito
Look at
Vera
this
would
kind of
literally kill him.
sparring thing that's going on. He's
I
like the
see
kid
someone talk about Mike Perry as well fighting him. The bare knuckle. Well, he was UFC, but he does bare knuckle now.
that takes dodgeball
Mike
way too
Perry would
seriously. The last time
absolutely
I saw
fuck
swinging
him
like
up.
That was the Masters Golf. What happens to these guys? At
Mike
what level
Perry
of fame
would
do they
fuck
turn into
him
Justin
up,
Bieber
dude.
urinating over his fans from his balcony?
now. If this was in a street fight, the thing about Bradley is he can hit you with the earth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he can literally pick you up
just
and you're
dive
gonna
on you.
hit the earth with, what does he weigh? 270?
Pretty funny and not surprised to see Kenny saying that size doesn't matter. He should just stick to the textbook dips.
Yo, dude, come on, man.
Not a single rep was done. Eat it.
He rudely interrupted her video.
Is a metabolism killer.
If that was a bowl of cereal, I would have had the best killer joke ever. A plate of cookies with a portion size for an elephant isn't the best example, Vincente.
This is the moment an airport security worker was caught allegedly swallowing $300 worth of cash.
Just feed her my cooking, it will come out immediately.
The money came from a passenger who had the money in a shoulder bag that had been given to a security worker to put through the X-ray scanner.
Imagine if it was 3,000. Excuse me, ma'am, I might miss my flight. 1 minute, sir.
Why? Mike Perry's back up in case Dylan Dennis don't turn up.
To be fair, that was a pretty efficient way to re-rack the barbell. Not sure that's what Bruce Lee meant by flow
Don't
like
do
water.
that. What's wrong with you?
8, 10, right onto squats. You call that roid rage eruption?
I hope
Is
they
producing
threw you out the
fitness
gym.
superstar, 1 million TikTok followers influencer Jessica.
Who's this?
She's on some powerful pre-workout.
Yeah.
Not big boys, because that is $60 of prop blend dishwater that he's selling.
Go to strengthcartel.com and get yours right now.
The real deal pump clearly works for the strength cartel.
Yeah.
How to underdose key ingredients in one simple step. I
Yeah.
can't believe that people still buy supplements from these guys. Plenty of roids with that guy. Not
Look
so
at the
much
state
roids,
of
actually.
him.
Knuckle up like a man and squash it, but he was too much of a to do it, dog.
It's all fake drama for his social media pages.
Yeah.
Big Boy and Strength Cartel.
Yeah,
get
all their
attacked at
shit is
commercial
fake.
gym.
No, they didn't.
I've seen a few of those Strength Cartel videos. It's literally all fake.
Gonna knock Tito Ortiz out. Retire his ass. He's been retired for about 10 years, mate.
Jason Blaha. I remember the guy's name. The bald dude the bald guy, been like highly
He's
discredited,
out.
but
Retired.
I can't really remember what he used to do.
Steroids step on the gas for aggression by enhancing
Does gear
the
anger
activity
you
of
know?
brain areas
No,
that induce
steroids
aggression,
do not
Maloney said.
give
I
you
know what you're thinking.
rage.
How do the brains of juiced
Steroids
hamsters
do
relate
not-
to
the
fitness influencers?
misconception-
Do I even need to answer that question?
The misconception is that you take steroids and you just rage out. It's not true at all. Certain things like tren can induce things like paranoia. But the main thing is steroids ramp up your testosterone. And if you have more testosterone, Mailman, I see you. If you have more testosterone, all those things that testosterone govern can be more intense. So if you're an aggravated person, if you're that way inclined anyway, and you're short-tempered and everything, Steroids are going to exacerbate that.
Using two guys,
But
one
you
bench,
don't take
what could go wrong?
steroids and
Planet
just get
Fitness
angry.
brawl over bench.
Here are some screen
Because
grabs
that's
of
not
this
how
guy
it
who
works.
lands
It's just
4 or 5 punches
hormones.
to the other guy's face,
You're not taking
strangles
something that
him,
makes
pushes
you
him into the
angry,
machine, then
but
sends
you're
him to the floor.
increasing your male hormone
And the
that
amazing
governs
thing about that,
anger,
as Uncle Arm didn't go off dead,
temperament,
fitness,
all
it sounds
those
like
things,
World War II,
like
punch a guy repeatedly in the face, go about your
patience,
business,
all
have
of
a good
those
day. Overall
things.
harm of selected drugs. Blue is harm to the user.
That's what-
orange
that's
harm
what
to
it's
others.
doing.
Source Nuttatel. A laundry list of substances there.
That's
or
what it's
Larry Lewis
doing.
calls a casual Friday night. In last place, people on mushrooms minding their own business whilst delving into the depths of their soul and waking up chewing on their finger. And so roids is fairly low down on the list. Not much harm to others. We have mixed data, and if indeed roids do contribute to aggression,
And a lot
it's
of these
hard to
guys,
attribute
like
that
this,
as
I remember
root
this
cause
guy getting
and would
shitty
be
because the
in
guys
rare
were
cases.
laughing
We have
when he was
older
doing
research
hack
such
squat.
as Trickery
And like the
Town
whole
1996
community shat
did
on
not
him.
find a connection between roid use and aggression. We then have Lundholm et al. 2014, who conducted quite a significant study. 10,365 men were part of a survey, a very large sample size, but remember that surveys are not a perfect data collection system. The disadvantage to surveys are basically, well, people can choose not to tell the truth.
And,
They found
yeah,
that
exactly.
our results suggest that it was not lifetime roid use per se, but rather co-occurring polysubstance abuse that most parsimoniously explains the relatively strong association of roid use and interpersonal violence. And so essentially any gym confrontation involving a big guy is labelled as roid rage.
Yeah, Guy Cisterna, everyone shat
But in
on this guy
reality,
for
it's
that.
problematic to establish that as the root cause.
Everyone
It
shat
is
on
fun,
that
though.
guy for
Gym rule
that.
number 1, never touch another person's weight whilst they're lifting.
Don't ever put hands on someone's weight while lifting, please.
Why are you working out shirtless in your gym when you're that fucking tiny? Don't work out shirtless in a gym ever. Let's get that straight. Don't train shirtless. Don't take your shirt off in the gym. Don't take your shirt off in the gym. No one fucking cares. I don't take my shirt off in the gym when I'm posing or whatever. I go in the little side room when I finish my work and I pose under the god light. Oh, fuck. And I pose under the god light. I don't take my fucking shirt off. I don't take my fucking shirt off. No one wants to see you shirtless in the gym, no matter how good you think you look. Unless you go to a proper bodybuilding gym where there's lots of squeeze heads and people are posing, doing their routines. Regular commercial gyms, no one cares. Especially not if you're this fucking tiny. Literally tiny.
I'm not sure why this guy's interrupting his set, but here's a life lesson. Never trust a guy who wears shorts
And he's doing a landmine chest press, which is a pretty trash exercise as well, but whatever.
with leggings in the gym. In this week's I Just Want to Train Nipple Day Pro.
He's shirtless, he's got a belt on.
As a gym manager, he probably can.
Okay, what's up? Get your stuff, brother, and then I'm gonna walk you out of my club.
At least put some Jesse James West nipple covers on. The body paint assistant is not included. Thank you for watching the last video, and thank you for taking the time to comment. The mass monster replied to me.
The guys way back when they were doing the Olympic press were dang beat bending over in half and they were all fine.
I will concede that he knows more about powerlifting than me. Just joking. He's funny and clearly elite at what he does. Maybe his back won't turn into mashed potato, but his enemies will with combinations like that. I can see him doing well on social media, unlike this superstar. Let me set the scene for you. You've done everything right. You've bought your child-sized Gymshark merch. You've learned how to hashtag, set up your camera perfectly on the gym floor, and then an idiot does this. Plus, he
Oh
had the
look, an
worst
ugly girl filming herself in the gym.
training direct in front of me.
Getting
It took
annoyed that
everything
someone
me
walked
to
in
not
front of her
correct him.
camera.
It took nothing at all for me to want to correct you. By correcting him, you mean possibly helping him. I, for one, am stunned that she
Oh look, you're wearing a bikini and you got no tits.
has not found fame as an international fitness influencer, because never before has the world seen
Jesus.
someone doing leg extensions.
Jesus
Out of
Christ.
interest, if he didn't walk in
Jesus
front of your
Christ.
camera, what were you expecting to happen? Were you imagining red carpets and screaming fans at your window? To
These
be fair,
people,
that is an
dude.
incredible time under tension.
These people are
Watching
such
that video.
cancer.
Don't be this guy. See you soon.
Yeah, I want to see Bradley Martin get fucked up, dude. Yeah. Right. Anyway, the prediction's probably closed. The gym is not your home. When I film in the gym, I go late at night, and you can best believe I don't get in anyone's fucking way. If I stream in the gym, it's late at night when there's fucking hardly anyone there. And I don't get in anyone's fucking way. Just. And again, Malman, half these people going in there filming are, and I'm not trying to be arrogant about this. I'm not trying to be arrogant about this. Half the people going in there filming, like that girl, she looked like she didn't even train. She had obvious belly fat. Now it's fine sitting there on a leg extension. Your fat rolls up a little bit, but she weren't some skinny little like thing with a giant ass. She looked plain as hell, boring, but she's like, I can stick a camera on. I can do this influencer shit. And most of the people are the same. Filming themselves, tiny, been training for a year, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm going to be a fitness influencer on you. Like, we don't need wearing makeup, by the way. We do not need any more fitness influencers. We've already got enough. We don't need... Oh, what is this? We don't need any more fitness influencers. Literally no one. Literally none. We need none. We got enough. Yeah, but do you know what, Maya? How you doing, Maya? Do you know what, Maya? At least that'd be fucking honest. At least that would be honest. Because if fitness influencers are anything, they're not honest. By the way, Chris Pro Farrakhan, tier 1 for 14 months. How you doing? That would be honest, Maya. Because you'd be like, here I am, I'm training normally. This is what a normal person can do. Like, with the limits of, within the limits of their time, between their job. This is the workouts I do. You know, this is how I look. Like, I'm completely cool with that. But these people that come into the gym, the guys that come into the gym who are skinny and then, like, flex and pose and make it a huge big thing. Like, okay, I get it, you're aspiring to do it, but bro, like, just be humble for a start. And the ladies that come in and like, all they're doing is filming their arse. Like, everyone knows what I'm talking about. It's not about feeling attractive and, you know, wearing nice clothes. I don't have any problem with a girl feeling attractive, wanting to wear something nice and getting a good workout in. Don't wear hot pants and a bikini and spend an hour filming your fucking arse cheeks and then be like, I'm a fitness... just fuck off. Uh-oh. The guy's here. Oh, the guy's here. Here we go. Time for toxic. As if I wasn't being toxic enough. It's alright. I've got authority to speak about gyms, okay? And again, I pose after my workout, but I go in the studio, do it on my own, out of the way. I flex sometimes between sets, but I mean, we're talking for about 5 seconds. The flexing is good for mind-muscle connection. In the middle of a set, like, I'll stretch my chest or I'll squeeze it. There you go, and there's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with that. Suburban High, how you doing? And Rocket Man and Chris Pro Farrakhan, I did say that. In his Zitro Zealousy as well. In his freezing ass gym. Did they really come up to you and try and muscle you? Yeah, but even if you did, Maya, there's nothing wrong with posing for 10 seconds and being like, you know, and then going to do something else. Just people just aren't humble with it. They're so not humble with it. Okay. The guy's here.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 Podcast Show. How are you all today?
Cringe.
I'm doing pretty good because guess what? It is cool. It is cloudy. There is a nice autumn breeze coming in my window, and that always means that a good day of streaming is ahead. Autumn is one of my favorite seasons of the year, and I'm very happy to be...
How interesting.
fully fledged into this.
How interesting already.
Now to finally have the seasonable weather, which should agree with all of the gaming that we'll be doing, that's a great thing. So how is everyone today? It is Monday, the 9th of October, 2023. And I hope that you're all in a good mood. And of course, if you're not, hopefully we'll get you there, right? Got a
Shut
good amount of
up,
stuff
you
to talk about
fucking
today.
dent head.
Not gaming news, but some updates on various things that I'm in the midst of. For example, I do have an important update regarding Modern Warfare 3's beta that I did last night, and I really need feedback on this. I'm kind of confused, torn, and I don't really know what to do. Obviously, I will be able to get...
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm confused because one stream didn't make money. One stream didn't make money. Choose the outcome. Yes, DSP is coping over low Modern Warfare support yesterday.
With this beta, okay?
Congratulations.
I should say. Today's an
Nice
exciting
burp.
day because today I will be finishing up.
Did you see how that was one of the first things he's talked about as well? One of the first things he's like, we're going to talk about the Modern Warfare 3 thing because he didn't get money and he's worried.
Hopefully that is. If not one, two different game playthroughs that I'm doing.
Oh, I've got to play Liza P. Liza P's trash, dude. Liza P looks great, it's fun. Balancing, combat-wise, weapon-wise, is dog shit.
By all reports, is short,
It's actual
except I'm
dog
6
shit.
hours in, and we're only at the end of chapter 5, and it has 7 chapters, so it's not really short.
Some weapons,
Okay.
like with the poise versus the boss speed and all that, is actually so fucking trash.
Plus, I'm playing hardcore. Plus, I'm doing interactive streaming with you guys. So obviously, it's taking me way longer than probably it took most people.
Like, it's man, it's all right. It's just doesn't. It ain't balanced.
Separate daytime stream today.
It ain't balanced. So many boss enemies, you gotta parry all the time, and if you're trying to counter hit with a slow weapon, you just half the time there's just no point. Enemies knock you out of everything. They don't stagger very much, even if you've got a giant weapon. It's just the balancing with the heavy weapons specifically versus some of the bosses and some of the trash mobs is garbage.
Today to try to finish this up. I mean, the DLC has been good so far. I have no complaints. It's part
Yeah, that's distortion too. He's a freak.
Was earlier this year, which was really good.
Why the fuck does God of War 20... By the way, Redanimate, how you doing? Why the fuck does God of War 2018 need a remake? That game looks great. What? What the fuck's the point of that? And The Last of Us Part 2? That's like 2 years old. What the fuck's the point of that? The wheel has not been used for a little while. What the fuck is the point of that? He's super blind man mode.
From the get-go today, and then get further into the DLC and see how it goes. Hopefully we do beat it. On
Last of Us
right?
2 is a remaster.
Tonight, we've got the
George Fulci, how you doing?
P. I'm literally at the end of the game. Although, here I am.
Nice sniff.
In the midst of the final boss/bosses. And I start reading messages on the videos from last stream. People are like, oh, you missed... You got to go back and get this weapon. I'm like, what? It's the end of the game. We're literally at the end of the game.
Who cares?
And people are like, no, actually, there's a secret
You literally
weapon you
Googled
need
this
to
then,
get.
didn't you,
need to get
DSP?
it. So you need to get this because it's, like, very important that you get this for the playthrough. And I'm like, all right, so I guess that's what we're doing starting tonight. Go figure this out.
Hate Army troll.
It's Hate Army, bro.
Hate Army, that guy.
Hate Army.
Hate Army General.
Doing the Hate Army shit.
Good vibes to the Hate Army.
Shout out to Hate.
Shout out for hate. Shout out for hate.
Or whatever. I guess we'll figure this out and go from there. But yeah, I mean that's great. 2 playthroughs that have been horror related, that are very difficult. You know, hardcore run of Separate Ways, and Lies of P just is difficult.
Lies of P.
And to finally wrap those up today, so we can focus on moving forward on more new stuff, is a great.
Yeah,
thing,
great.
Obviously.
Can't wait.
So, yeah, I'm pumped for today. It should be a pretty.
Yeah, tell us about Modern Warfare not making money.
Great games, good environment.
Tell us about Modern Warfare not making money. Hey, Zitro Zealousy, tier 1 for 8 months.
A good streaming day.
Tier 1 for 8 months, Zitro Zealousy. That's very nice of you. We got a couple of new emotes, by the way.
Hey, buddy.
We got one of my favourite ones. And then I think the next one is Friends. Might be lowercase. It might be friend. No, it's Friends with a lowercase. Or is it Friend? Yeah, Friends lowercase is one of my new favourite emotes. You can see their Jacket with his best friend GPM. Look, Jacket with his best friend GPM. Look, both of them looking great. Right.
On the horizon, as they say. I'm happy because my streams have improved quality for the past couple of days.
No one cares.
Different streaming codec, and people are telling me the quality of my streams.
No one cares about this.
Excellent, especially today. Now we're gonna play these action-based games.
No one cares
You guys
about
should
this.
See much better visuals, less pixelization, and more steady frame rate. Especially if you're watching at the new 1440p.
15 years. By the way, Assassin, how you doing?
At its utmost, and I hope that the streams look better for you today, right? So that's a great thing.
15 years he's been doing this.
There's one negative about today. I have absolutely no idea why, but I woke up this morning with my post-nasal drip going absolutely like it would not stop.
Oh,
like,
no!
It was really frustrating.
Post-nasal drip going.
Like
drip, drip, Hogan, drip.
Drip, drip, drip. Like, oh my God. So I took an allergy pill this morning in the middle of October to try to get this to stop.
Drip Hogan.
I'm waiting for it to kick in. I had it about a half an hour ago. And I'm hoping that it does take effect. Man, I hate it. I hate having, gross medical conditions, honestly. And this is one of the ones that is just annoying because I can't really help it. I wake up sometimes randomly with it.
Remember how when you did the Side Scrollers interview, you shut up and didn't snort for 5 hours? Didn't snort, didn't burp, didn't do nothing for 5 hours. Remember that?
What caused it? I don't know.
I don't know.
How the hell would I know what would have caused it? It's
I
not like we have
don't
abnormal
know.
amounts of dust or dander in the house right now. We don't. I have the best air filters you can buy for my furnace, filtering the air in the house.
Snort,
overnight.
snort, Hogan, drip.
I don't know. It's just an annoying thing. So you might hear me clearing my throat a lot today and stuff. Sucks. I hope that will kick in and stop it because it is very frustrating. Okay. Anyway, so where do we start today? We don't have a lot. We have like one game news story to talk about today, so nothing major in that regard.
Talk about
There's
Modern
an
Warfare
idea
then.
That someone came up with that I do want to address today regarding my scheduling of my streams. And I think it's an intriguing idea, but I don't necessarily know if it would work. So I want to discuss this with you guys today, okay? So, let's start talking about yesterday. Yesterday was a great day in my
Here we
opinion.
go.
We started off with the
Here we
Level 1
go.
podcast, which went really well. Nice and chill fun. And then after that, we
Yeah, chill fun. We have to have the pre-hour, but don't worry, everything's fine. I had a really good day. But
a React day, which is when we go over to my React channel, DSP React.
yeah, no shit. You go over to your React channel.
This is a clip show.
My sister's channel.
Submit clips for me to watch during the show.
Oh my
I really
God,
liked
this guy.
yesterday's show, and here's why.
Here's why.
Tons of themed Halloween horror stuff. That was incredibly timely and pertinent. It made absolute sense to be having that kind of content right now.
Kind of
And I really
content,
enjoyed
chill
the show
fun.
Because of it. I like that. I hope that we can keep that pattern up. That as we go further into the year, we can have these themed weeks.
He will.
Things that are pertinent to that time of year. Like this month, the whole month will be horror, right? Next month, we can do things regarding Thanksgiving, but also, let's be honest, commercialism, Black Friday, all that kind of stuff. I'm really excited to see what people come up with next month. And then, of course, Christmas is going to be great. I mean, there's got to be so many interesting Christmas-related things that people would want me to watch, so I'm pumped for that, too.
Right.
It's just actually, in my opinion, going to be one of the better times of the year for React content, especially that clip show. Earlier this year, when it's not themed, there's nothing really going on, it could be all over the place. But now we kind of know what to expect, in the next, few months. You can always have this kind of fun-themed content. A piece of hair sticking out right there. Fun-themed content. And that'll be great. So I really enjoyed the show. I did have a couple problems. Problem number one of the videos wouldn't process for like...
Oh, I've got to turn that AI thing off because I haven't got Mid-Journey anymore.
Video. YouTube was just being stupid. It did eventually process it. The other problem was One of the segments yesterday.
Do you know what? I've got to turn that
actually
off,
really
though,
enjoyed
because I haven't got
was
Mid-Journey anymore.
AI generated horror. Now, I don't know
Uh-oh.
if it actually was like a horror story generated by AI or if it was someone doing a parody of what they thought AI would do in a
100% it
funny
is.
way. Either way, it was really entertaining. I thought it was a great segment. I upload the video. By the way, the stream had no problems. Zero. I upload the video to YouTube.
Yeah, I haven't, because
listen to
Mid-Journey
this.
is a subscription
That's not
thing,
allowed
and I
to
hadn't been
block
using it
the
as
video.
much, so I hadn't paid for it.
Now listen, I've already told you guys this, that when I do my React show every week, I make no money on it.
All right, Hate Army's going to do it. There you
The
go.
vast majority of the videos I upload of that show either immediately get flagged as ad unfriendly, which is stupid, and when I, dispute that, usually it gets fixed. The problem is it takes upwards of a week, so no.
Oh, nice. I have got Stable Diffusion, but I haven't got it. It's not working at the minute. And when I use Stable Diffusion while stream is running, computer really don't like it.
Criticism, that's fair use. You're right, but fair use only gives you the rights to do the content, not to monetize it. So those companies have the legal right to claim my videos and content on the React channel if they see fit. And they usually do. So I usually make no money on that show. But at least you can watch it, right? The fact that they blocked the entire thing for me watching this one segment, and it was like 5 minutes or something like that, or 7 minutes, something like that. That's ludicrous. It actually violates copyright law. But YouTube doesn't care. They just do whatever they want, and they bend over and they claim and take stuff down, even though it's not legal. All right? So I had to edit out the segment, not only out of the archive stream, so those who were channel members could watch that stream right away, but the video later this week, when it comes out, the video is going to make no sense because there's going to be big chunks missing in the video. It's just going to be skipping around of the parts that got claimed on YouTube.
Fuck?
So there's nothing I can do about it. It sucks. It was very frustrating, but it is what it is, and those are now live. Well, the archive stream is live.
No one cares, DSP.
The other video that had issue is live. The way I do that show is once a day a new video goes live for like 5 days, so that way it spaces out the content, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So, great
Milk it
reaction
harder.
yesterday. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed everyone's nominations. I'm looking forward to more horror-themed nominations. And by the way, if you're a member over on DSP Reacts, that's youtube.com/@.
If you're a member over on DSP Reacts.
If you're a member over there, the threads are open to nominate the videos for next week already. So you can get a head start on that if you're interested. Okay? Cool. Now, let's talk about last night. Because, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to tell you is actually probably shocking. All right? Last night, I played the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 beta. I've been vocally critical of this game over the course of the year.
Hey, Army, you're going to need to clip this. Because he's going to do some mad cope now.
Here.
What I'm about to tell you may shock you. What we're shocked that you didn't get as much money as you thought you would.
Why? Because over the course of the year, data miners discovered that Modern Warfare 3 is literally Modern Warfare 2. It's the same game. They use the same coding. It's the same clients. It's literally the same game.
Wow, Call of Duty doesn't change from previous iteration. How many years ago? What a revelation! What a revelation! Modern Warfare isn't that much different from the last one. Wow! What a fucking idiot!
It's just DLC. All they did is they updated it to tweak it and make it play.
So, not that I'm going to come down on the side of Modern Warfare, but some people seem to have forgotten that, as well as multiplayer, Modern Warfare was actually always known, and Call of Duty in general, was known for single player. Call of Duty was known and lauded for single player campaigns at one time. So, even though it's the same as the last one, which we all know, they still had to make a new campaign. They're still introducing Zakhaev, at least from the spoilers at the end of the last game. Or not Zakhaev, Makarov. They're bringing in Makarov.
A
Officials are saying a power
If you ain't seen the end of Modern Warfare 2, this is it. Hey, it's Ghost, Simon Riley.
Who is he?
Makarov.
That's how it ended. So they made a new campaign.
Play better, new maps.
That's
things like
half the
that.
point.
It's literally the same game. Okay? So, the fact that they decided they're going to sell Modern Warfare 3 next month for $70 plus tax is kind of ridiculous, don't you
They
think?
made a new campaign, and that's a brand new. That's what COD costs. How is this news, dude?
Game you've already played or had if you bought last year's Modern Warfare 2.
And you're gonna buy it as long as the chat guarantee you're gonna get money.
It's just
Nice wipe. Look at that. That was a big wipe. Whoop, drag, wipe.
it's a game
Look.
you've already played or had if you bought last year's Modern Warfare.
Massive wipe into the grease trench. And a wipe ready.
Just
Bosh.
tweaked to be a little better or different, but it's still the same game. So why are they charging you $70?
Tea and smoke's
for a game
alright in a
you
minute.
already own and or have already played? Because they're greedy. I mean, there's no other explanation. They just didn't bother to design a new game this year, but they're going to charge you $70.
What do you mean they didn't design a... What does he... Is he really this stupid? Has he really not worked out for like the last 6 years? Call of Duty has been this subscription base. That's where they're making their money. Does he really not get that it's minimum investment, maximum profit? Does he really not get that about what Call of Duty is now?
For essentially a DLC.
That's what Call of Duty is now. That's literally what Call of Duty is.
So,
that's what I said, SEAL Team Raz. The campaign's brand new.
I have been very, very critical of this game all year long.
Yeah.
And basically I've balanced...
Very, very critical, but you are... Very, very critical, but you were going to try the beta and try and ride the hype of the beta as soon as you could.
My criticism of the game with some fairness and curiosity. When they announced when there was going to be an open beta this weekend, I said, I'm going to give it a shot. I want to play this beta for myself.
Why?
And see if it's something that I'm interested in playing.
Why? See if it's something I'm interested in playing. Dude, does anyone in the chat really want to sit here and tell me that Call of Duty has changed that much over the years? Are any of you in the chat going to really be able to honestly argue that underneath all the layers of tinsel and the bullshit and the operator packs and the gun skins and this and that, that basically the Call of Duty has been the same game for about 20 fucking years? And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it still works. It still works. It changed like a little bit, but like fundamentally, Call of Duty is the same game. Yeah, new recoil and stuff and tweaks and stuff, like, maybe we can argue that. But even from the remake, by the way, Amsteriga, how you doing? And Vinny Kills Tier 1 for 9 months. Even between the Modern Warfare reboot and whatever the COD was before that, Black Ops 4 or whatever, it's the same thing. Yeah, sometimes it feels a little different. Some of the guns feel a little bit different. On a fundamental fucking level, it's the same thing. Multiplayer's the same. And again, I'm not knocking that. It's basically been the same for 10, 15 years. Bit more realistic. Battlefield's been the same. That's why it's still fun, because back in the day, Battlefield 2 fucking strike at Karkand, and I could sit on a roof with an M24 and pop people. I can do the same fucking thing now.
Much like several years ago, if you remember, there was a beta for Call of Duty Vanguard, and I had no idea if I was going to want to play it or not. It didn't seem
I don't even think I
like
played
it was
that
going to
one.
be so good of a game. And I said, well, I'm going to judge it fairly. I'm going to get the beta, and I'm going to play it, and based on the beta, I'll make my decision if I want to get this game or not.
It's a bit faster. There you go.
Was one of the worst betas I've ever played in my life.
But just the idea that we're going to, like, pretend that it's that... He's like, I'm going to see if it's something. My point is that if someone comes into a room... If fucking Infinity Ward's current staff swarmed into your bedroom one night and you're like, holy fuck! And they went, we've selected you to test our brand new Call of Duty game. And they hand you a box, Call of Duty, Black Ops 7, whatever, yeah? You're not going to go, I wonder what this is going to be like. You know what it's going to be like. You don't know the story, you don't know the guns, the maps, how everything's going to specifically feel, but you know the score. You're going to play Headquarters. You're going to play Search and Destroy. There's going to be a campaign where you shoot Russians or dudes from the Middle East. Like, terrorists. Bro, it's really not that complex.
Gunplay buggy and full of issues. The graphics weren't even completed. There were blatant graphical issues in this beta that made it look like an absolute joke.
It's a beta!
The gameplay was terrible. It was slow-paced. It wasn't very good. And I was like, there's no way I'm buying this game. So I skipped it. I saved myself money and time because that was actually one of the worst received Call of Duties ever. Most people kind of just ignored it and dropped it and just kept playing Warzone all year. Okay?
Exactly, King J. Hags. By the way, how you doing?
So, basically, the way I see it is this is a good opportunity for me to try it out and see, you know, again, maybe I'll have exactly the same experience that I had with Vanguard. Maybe not. Let's find out. So I played the beta last night, and I have some big observations to make. Number one, and I didn't realize this, they're calling it Modern Warfare 3, but you know what it actually is? It's Modern Warfare 2 Remake. Now you may say, wait, what?
It's not, though.
Had Modern Warfare 2 last year.
It's not, dude. It's not. The story is the... Oh, bro. I can't even... I ain't even played this beta, and even I know that they're changing the story. Yeah, it's the same characters. Yeah, it's a reboot.
You're right, they did. But Modern Warfare 2 last year was not actually Modern Warfare 2 at all. When I say Modern Warfare 2, I'm thinking back to, what was it?
This makes no sense because in the first game, the story was brand new. In the original Modern Warfare, Wigglebottom, by the way, how you doing? In the original Modern Warfare, when they remade it, when they didn't remake it, when they rebooted it, the story was different. The rebooted story, the first one, was completely different. It's only in Modern Warfare 2 they started bringing back some of the story similarities and characters. And even then, it's still fucking different because you got that whole thing with that cartel and they're involved and they smuggled the weapons or whatever their connection was. I can't remember. But that was completely different as well. It's not totally different story Assassin, but yeah. Yeah.
2009, the big release that...
This was the coolest cutscene.
Why?
This was the best cutscene in the game.
Enemy.
This was great.
¡Órale! ¡Vaqueros! ¡Pongan atención!
This was great.
Right, listen. We are taking back your HQ. You're getting up prisoner. We are killing Commander Graves.
When?
Now. This is a fight against our own.
Now, guys.
You're not 1-4-1 and Los Vaqueros on this. We're a team.
Ghost team.
Ghost team. Good to see you again, Salman. If you're in, take a mask. If you're not, don't.
My troops know the Fuerzas Especiales.
It was Ghost again. Best cutscene in the game.
That year. You know, it was the sequel to Modern Warfare from 2007. It had the controversial campaign. Remember
Price has been alive and kicking since World War II, dude. Price has been alive and kicking since World War II. There he is. That's COD 1. That's COD 1. That's COD 1 Price. And that's COD 2. Yeah, COD 1. COD 2. Ah! COD 2. Yeah. He's been in the fight for a long time.
Iconic maps like Terminal and
He's been in the
Rust.
fight for a long time.
I played the living crap out of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2009 when it was a new game. It was actually a game that I put a lot of content out about on my YouTube channels at the time.
Great.
Before I was doing this as a job, it was one of the games that
You and literally everyone else in the world, DSP, in that era played COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. I was the same every night, 2 or 3 hours a night. Amsteriga's in the chat. He fucking knows. Every night. 2, 3, 4 hours a night. Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. Hardcore headquarters. Hardcore search. Private matches. Hardcore team deathmatch. Never really played regular after a while. I think after somewhere in COD 4, I just never played regular ever. Always played hardcore. Yeah, exactly. Every fucking night, dude. Like him and everyone else.
that got me into like online competitive FPS gaming.
Oh, shut up,
at a time when I was
DSP.
becoming a prominent YouTuber.
I was playing Call of Duty fucking 1 online when I was like
really loved it.
14,
And if you don't know,
13 years
some of
old,
the
you
music I
moron.
play to this day on my podcast, you know, pre-stream and all that is from Modern Warfare 2. You got I Spawn, I Die, the dual shotties. That's me playing on Rust in the original Modern Warfare 2 in 2009.
And someone made a trashy song all the way back then, and you're so lazy you still use it now.
And then also there's you know, quotes in there like have a burger bit.
He makes
That's a
effort, by the
different map
way.
When you shoot a grill and it explodes, that should be in this
He
game.
makes effort, by the way.
The
He
kill
curates
streak I go
content.
on in that song, which is can't stop, won't stop, don't know how to stop, and then they stopped me because I had a crazy kill streak. That was also on Terminal in the original Modern Warfare 2. So
He probably
what's crazy
was, you
about
can
them is that,
imagine.
there's stuff that I have in my.
Have you
content
not seen
that
how he
is
plays
original Modern Warfare 2.
Warzone? Have you seen how DSP plays Warzone? Naka. Have you seen how he plays Warzone? He'll like land, find a gun, and hide in a bathroom. That's literally how he plays Warzone. Yeah, he hides in the bathroom, and then he hides until he has to move zones, and then he does it again. Right until the end. And then by the time he gets to the last 5, and it's like he just tries to run out and hopefully snag a couple of kills at the end of the match. That's how he plays Warzone.
That's how prominent it was back in the day for me and my content. And now here they are. They've actually remade it now, but they're calling it Modern Warfare 3.
No one's confused.
I don't know why. You figure it out.
No one's
Why did
confused. No one's confused. No one's confused as to why it's now called Modern Warfare 3. There's been 2 iterations, both with in-depth, and I would say, to be honest, out of all the recent CODs in the last 10 years, the story campaign for the first one and the one just gone were both excellent. The last one had those stupid creep around and make a knife segments with soap that I didn't really like. They were trash. And there was a bit too many missions with the cartel shit. But the last 2 campaigns were excellent. The sniper level with Price and you're on that island with the wind turbines and shit, that was fantastic. Excellent. I beat both on Veteran, obviously.
They just do this last year. I have no idea. It's weird because now I kind of feel like last year's Modern Warfare 2 was just a waste of time. Like, last night, I was playing this game. And first of all, I was playing on PS5 and someone made a recommendation. They said, why don't you play this at 120 field of view? Because you're playing it on PS5, you should have the capability of doing that. So I did. I also turned on Tactical Sprint, which means you literally run full speed forever. And I'm playing it like this, and the game feels crazy full of adrenaline. Like, it's insane. It's like you're constantly moving at full speed. You're
listening to this.
You know, doing everything. It's wild how
Are you
fast
listening
this
to
game
this?
is now. And the funny part about it is I'm playing on these maps and I'm like, these feel so familiar. Because even though they're not exactly the same as the original maps from 2009, they're close. It's the base.
They feel so familiar. They're literally all maps made from the old maps.
Level design, and what they've done is they've added new corridors, new peaking spots, and you know.
Yeah, I bet they've added new bits so that literally wherever you are in a map, you can be shot in the back. Do you know, that's my one major thing that the more I've played COD over the years, the one thing that I noticed was when we used to play like Hardcore Team or something like that, depending on where you were on the map, if your team were focused, you would hardly ever be spawn trapped or have people spawn behind you. Like, that hardly ever happened. The amount of time I would sit at the back or I would plot up somewhere and snipe and never have to check behind me because of where the team position was. Now that shit happens all the time. And when they change these maps, they make it so there's no dead ends and things like that. So someone can always come in behind you. A perfect example, there was a map on COD 4 called Ambush. And Ambush, I think it was Ambush, was two sides of like, there was a raised street in the middle with loads of blown up tanks and shit. And on each side of the street, there was buildings. It was like a Middle Eastern map. And if you sat on one side and sniped across into the other and your team weren't getting right up there and you still had people on your side, the whole match was one team fighting the other team for the middle. And it hardly ever changed. Another one, a classic one, was Crossfire. And Crossfire was shaped like not like an L shape, but like sort of like a Z shape almost. It went up and there was a big street in the middle and down the other end. One team spawned at the top, one team spawned at the bottom. And there was loads of offices. You could get in the offices and snipe. Individual people could sneak up on you. But depending on where you were in the map, for the most part, it was two teams fighting over the centre ground. Sometimes people would get flanked, whatever. That hardly, as the years went on and the new CODs come out, that shit all the time. You'd be sniping, 30 seconds later, someone hasn't climbed into the room you're in. They've spawned behind you. And you get shot in the back of the head. Bog is another great example. Bog is a great example because it was so open as well. So you got killed so much crossing the centre and trying to take ground. Like, over the years, that shit used to happen all the time. It was just, and it's not like that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just that was the biggest change for me. Like, it just became way more arcadey. You can snipe, but it's not the same. You can't really plot up and do those sort of things anymore or be as clandestine. It's like, I don't know if it's the spawns, if it's the map design, whatever they did. When they redid the Modern Warfare, when they redid COD 4 and they brought that back out, like they remastered it, the spawns had changed. It was not the same game at all. You could just feel it. Again, getting killed from, like, bro, when you put hundreds of hours into a game and you know spots on a map and you know you're safe, and then you get killed and you're like, where the fuck did I get shot from? Like, and you watch a kill cam or whatever, or you see that, like, it's somewhere that you would have never checked in like a million years because people are either spawning in there or it's just like the flow of the game has changed. For me, that's the biggest thing. The flow has changed. It was the same back on some of the old Call of Duty 1 and 2 maps. It was the same on those maps. And some of those maps, like Breakor was the one they brought back in Modern Warfare 2 called Wasteland. And it was the same on some of those, like fucking Carentan, oh my god, and San Meriglise. It was the same on those maps where you spawned. One team spawned at one end, the other team spawned at the other end. It was not that rare, but like it was much harder to get fucking people either spawn behind you or the entire enemy team spawn on your part of the map. Now that just shit seems to just happen arbitrarily, like all the time. And again, I don't know if it's just me, but for me, that's the main thing I noticed over the years with COD, the change.
All these different ways to maneuver around the maps. So it's not exactly the same, but you feel that feeling of familiarity when you're playing.
It's called
this
nostalgia,
beta,
dummy.
right? And
their nostalgia
was it
baited you.
accurate all the time? No, it wasn't. And of course, when you're in the beta, you're just unlocking basic weapons. You know, the best weapons are still locked.
Obviously.
So I'm probably, you know, I don't have attachments or anything unlocked for the weapons. So obviously, I'm just flubbing it. It's not
Yeah,
like this
obviously.
is gonna be representative of what the gameplay will be in the end or anything like that. But I'm playing this beta, and at first, I'm like, okay, we're back. Look how chaotic and weird and wild it is. And then as I start to remember the maps, I started to actually enjoy myself a bit. And I was like, whoa, like this actually is pretty darn fun because I feel so like nostalgic to me. I feel like I'm 14 years ago as an early YouTuber playing Modern Warfare 2 again as I play this. It's pretty insane. So I start to go crazy, of course. And, you know, was I doing great? No. I was doing all right. I was usually in, like, the top 3 of the leaderboards when I was playing and stuff. So then, last match, okay?
Oh, it's
I
fine.
go on a crazy kill streak. I unlock the highest level perk you can even get. The highest level perk you can even
that
get
one
in the
nice
beta
guy, Hayden.
is Juggernaut.
Not realistic at all.
And Juggernaut mode in this game is ridiculous.
No one cares,
So,
DSP, that you got a kill
become an
streak.
insane monster
No one
tank,
cares that you
like
got
the
a kill
Hulk,
streak, dude.
okay? You have crazy armor. You have a shield, a riot shield. Now, apparently, you can only either have the riot shield out or a shotgun. That's it.
No one cares, dude.
So I start charging at everybody.
You saw that when you
And
logged on.
I literally take out like 5 to 7 people as the Juggernaut because they don't know what the hell's going on. They're shooting me, nothing works. One guy threw a drone. I deflected the drone with my riot shield. It was like, ba-ding. He was like, what the hell?
How long's the Juggernaut been a kill streak? How long is it since the Juggernaut has been a kill streak in Modern Warfare? Well, I'm sure it was in one of the Black Ops games. You could become the Juggernaut. Wasn't it in one? No, wasn't it in one of the Black Ops games? OG Modern Warfare 3 sounds about right. As an actual kill streak, like playable. Like, he's such a moron, dude. Wow, you got a kill streak when you were dressed in body armor and people were trying to shoot you, but they couldn't. People didn't know what was. Of course, they knew what was going on. They were thinking, "Oh fuck, he's the Juggernaut. I can't kill him. This clip ain't gonna do shit."
I just kept crushing people with the shield.
You look at him
right?
getting on
It's
an ego one now.
This is insane. I was like, it's fun as shit, though. Like, it's ridiculously overpowered. I think for a fact that's going to be a major problem in the real game.
It's a
but
kill
I'm
streak.
just having a ton of fun with this, right? So, by the way, I think I should call this out and be fair. Attendance last night was great. We had between 400 to 500 viewers on a random late night
Here we
stream.
go.
I usually don't get that many. You know, I'll get that for like a new release game during daytime streams. I almost never get that many
Mr. Views calling it out straight away.
viewers on a late stream. All right? People were talking and chatting it up and talking about the game. They were engaged. They were actually having a good time. That
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So, overall, attendance was good. People were engaged. I was enjoying the game. And I was shocked because I was like, this is just going to be Modern Warfare 2 from last year again. And I'll be honest.
Bro, all this we've talked about this. We've talked about this for about 15 minutes just to build up to the fact that he's gonna talk about money. We've been building this up for like 15 minutes.
With you, I don't think it was. I think this is what Modern Warfare 2 should have been last year.
What the fuck
Like, it
are you
feels more
talking
fun,
about?
And it feels familiar to me because I love the original Modern Warfare 2 so
What's that got to do with anything? What's that got to do with anything, dude?
much that this kind of resonated with me. I almost feel like this
But what about all the people that are playing it at 21 and when Modern Warfare 2 come out they were 5 and they didn't play it? What about all those people? It's not going to resonate with them, is it?
game, this Modern Warfare 3 is meant...
They're just nostalgia baiting idiots like you. That target audience is really people like me who think, I ain't played Call of Duty in a few years. Oh, look, they've got the original maps. Oh, maybe I should get it. That's who that shit's for. Idiots like this. What sucker born every minute.
As a way to lure in people from back in the day.
Yeah.
People who used to like Call of Duty and haven't played it in ages.
And it worked
but
on you,
now you're
didn't it?
trying to tempt everyone to come back to play those maps that they love and they know from back in the day.
And you literally just told us, I felt familiar, it was great.
Of course.
So it completely worked on you.
There's going to be more modern elements and things like that, right?
Well done, DSP.
So
smooth.
I played it, and admittedly, I was surprised because I went into it with the mentality thinking this is going to be the same as last year's game, and it's not going to feel good. And I'm not going to want to play it anymore.
Plays it every year.
And by the end of the night, I realized I had a ton of fun. I was like, dude, that last 2 hours, I had so much fun. And you want to know the truth? I wish I could have played longer, but I had to do a private React video last night for a patron.
Does anyone want to see DSP's private React video for the patron? Does anyone want to see the video that DSP made?
All right. Phil here, and it is time for another private React video for Slayer, and we're doing something totally different.
DSP reacts to Dancing Bacon reviewing Singapore snacks and Singapore luxury foods. Slayer paid $50 to have DSP react
That's crazy.
to some lady eating in Singapore. Ooh,
Never
that looks
eaten
nice. Nice.
Damn, that's a lot of lobster meat for $30.
Yeah, great, DSP.
How the hell do you eat that?
His
How do
react's
you
so
eat that without
shit.
making a giant mess?
Even when he makes these videos, he's just like a bad narrator.
These videos absolutely fly by for me. It's just something I'd like to try. I mean, take a look.
He loves food, dude.
This really...
But this is the video.
Soy paper.
This was what he had to work hard on doing last night.
A veggie appetizer.
This is what he had to work doing last night.
Steak. But I bet there's things there that we would absolutely enjoy.
Yeah, great. Well done. Some great content.
So I didn't have opportunity to go
Fenrir, I see ya.
get out of here. And so I actually was like, wow, I'm shocked. I did not think I would have had that much fun playing this beta.
Yep.
The way
Talk
I
about
did.
the money.
Okay. Now,
Come on. Talk about the money.
We also have to be transparent and honest in all ways.
We have to be transparent and honest. We have to be transparent and honest, dude. Bro. Yeah, so honest. I'm so glad that you're so transparent. You're going to talk to us about how you were disappointed with the amount of money you gave us. Yeah, that we gave you. I can't wait.
Did I enjoy it? I absolutely did.
Yeah?
Did the viewers enjoy it? They certainly see.
Great stream then. What a great stream. You had a really good time. The chat were there. There was a lot of people there. They were engaged. I'll tell you now, I swear to God, I promise you, you in the chat who stream know this, and the people that don't stream, if a stream is popping and there's a bunch of people talking in the chat and you're having fun in the game or whatever it is that you're doing, it's magic. It don't matter if someone cheers 1 bit, if someone cheers 10,000 bits. I've said this so many times. Obviously, it's amazing when people do give subs and do all that shit. But I'm telling you now, the magic is from when I'm laughing at something, I'm fucking around in the game, I fuck up and people are laughing at it. We're laughing at DSP, we're talking, we're bouncing off each other. It's absolute magic, dude. It's pure magic. So what he's just described is the perfect stream. But, as we know, because of DSP's main motivator being money, sadly for him, all that shit that most other streamers would die for, the amount of engagement and viewers and all that he gets, and the ability to just have a pop-in stream, that don't mean shit to him, dude. If the money ain't there, we have to have a giant 20-minute segment talking about it. As to why the money wasn't there, why do we think the money wasn't there, why he thinks the money wasn't there.
Seemed to. But something happened that just wasn't correlating. And this I really need your
Look at
feedback
the
on.
mouth going mad. And I need your feedback. I need you to tell me. I need you to tell me why you didn't give me money. And I need your feedback means you need to tell me that you're going to give me money next time I do this. The mouth was going insane there as well. He was like, something wasn't correlating.
And honest in all ways. Did I enjoy it? I absolutely did. Did the viewers enjoy it? They certainly seemed to. But something happened that just wasn't correlating. And this I really need your feedback on today on the show. Was this a one-off night of bad luck?
What's bad luck? Bad luck not getting money. Bad luck not getting money. Bad luck. Bad luck.
Was this a special circumstance or...
What special circumstance? What, everyone in the chat that night was poor? Is that the special circumstance?
Is this going to be par for the course? What do I mean? Last night's Call of Duty stream was the lowest supported stream that I've done in weeks, if not months.
Wasn't it like 3 weeks ago that he told us he had the lowest supported stream all year? Like 3 weeks ago or something. Literally like 2 or 3 weeks ago he had a Mortal Kombat. Wasn't it Mortal Kombat? It was so recent that I can kind of maybe remember. Was it Chrono Trigger? I thought it was Mortal Kombat. But it was the end of Chrono Trigger. And he only got $10. And he coped about that. Yeah, right. Well, whatever it was like literally 2 weeks ago or something. There was a Mortal Kombat 1 bit 2. There you go. That's what I'm remembering. Again, it was so recent that I can actually name it in my head. Not even a month. It's like 2 or 3 weeks. This is so mad.
Okay? Basically, everyone was there to watch, but absolutely no one was really supporting the stream. We had a few super chats and one major tip of $10, and that was about it. So, even though I was having tons of fun and engaged, I was doing well.
You gotta pay me when I do good at a game.
Entertaining everyone with kill streaks and kind of going ham. I had a joke about 2 coffees and stuff like that. It was...
I had a joke. Oh my god, the ego on this fucking individual. The ego on this individual. Who is the hot guy? His name's DSP. His name's DSP. What done it? The shirt?
It was pretty fun. The support was terrible. Okay? Now, it could be many different...
Great stream. Support was terrible. Hands up. Slapping. Landing on the thing. The support was terrible. The support was terrible. You gave me no money. You gave me no money.
Ham. I had a joke about 2 coffees and stuff.
Yeah,
like
you had a great joke. You were going to ham because you were doing well and having fun. The money should have been rolling in.
The support was terrible. Okay? Now, it could be many different factors.
So why we... Bro. Bro. Just blows my mind.
Right? It could be... It was just one-off night. It's not a big deal. Right? Maybe that's all it was. Maybe it was just a night.
Maybe.
It just wasn't going to happen for whatever reason. It didn't matter what game I was going to play. It was just going to be a slow support night. And that's fine if that's the case.
Is it?
But...
If that's fine, why do we even need to talk about it?
This is basically a way of people telling me, hey, we wanted to check it out to see what it was, and after watching you play it, we determined it's not anything special.
Can you believe this? This dude's like insane. He has conversations with himself in his head. He just makes things up in his head and tells himself it's true. He just makes things up. He just makes things up in his head and tells you it's true.
If you are guilty, then why are you running?
Like, I have no idea. There we go. I have no idea how he can even I don't know. I honestly don't know what he believes in his head and what he's trying to fight against. So, for instance, this thing of the low support. Does he really believe that that's because... Does he really think that if he is doing good on a game or he's having fun that he has to get money for it? But does he really believe that? Or is he just like, is this all part of the act and he's just over-analysing it and it's just basically an elaborate beg? He does believe it, doesn't he? I think you're right. He does believe it. He's convinced himself.
Therefore, we're not going to support it because we don't want to see it to continue, right? Maybe that's what it was, and I don't know. You see? Here's the thing. We are now in the midst of the busiest gaming season of the year.
Brian S.
There's
Alright.
no
Yeah,
way
I
can
normally...
even
We
play
normally...
every single game.
If it's just me, I'll let people say some weird shit just because it's kind of funny. But Mailman can do whatever the fuck Mailman wants to do. And if he thinks, fuck this guy, even if Mark likes having a little wind-up, I'm banning him because he's a cunt. Mailman's word is gospel, dude. Mailman's actions are gospel. As if God himself banned that fucking dude. Okay? That's how much confidence I have in his abilities. By the way, Discord Merchant, how you doing? Would actively call it out. I mean, he's doing it right now. Amen. Praise the Lord. Oh, dearie me. His ego should be studied, dude. He had a much larger audience, and that's obviously always eating away at him as well. That's obviously always eating away at him as well.
That's out right now. I've even told you guys, like this coming week, I think I'm going to skip Lords of the Fallen to make room to finish other games and then play Lords of the Fallen in November when I'll have a lot more time to just focus on it. Modern Warfare 3 will be coming out November 10th. That's the same exact week as Like a Dragon Gaiden. That's the
Like a Dragon Gaiden?
same exact week that I was planning on maybe starting Lords of the Fallen.
So you just told us you moved that. You obviously don't care that much. Who cares? Play Modern Warfare.
Okay.
Okay.
So, the question here is, did people like it or not? And it's hard to read.
Well, they were there. You said they were having fun and they were engaged. So what's the problem? They were there, they were having fun, they were engaged.
I honestly don't know at this point because my philosophy has always been the following.
Let's just let him say it.
I am putting out content that I'm entertained when I'm making it, and I'm entertaining you guys through making it, then going hand in hand with that great experience is going to be support.
Going hand in hand with that great experience is going to be support. Have you heard a human being ever speak like this? If I'm having fun when I'm making content, and I'm entertaining you and you're having fun, then going hand in hand with that great experience is going to be support. Bro, this dude's so fucking wild. This guy's so fucking wild. What planet's he living on? What planet's he living on? I told myself that if listen, I'm having fun on stream right now. How many people do you think are on stream right now, having fun, laughing with their audience, big or small, not getting money for it, and not giving a single shit or even thinking about it for a second? The amount of people that are streaming and just having fun and having a great time and not even thinking about this. The fact that he even sits there, has a stream, he's having a laugh and that, and in the back of his mind he's constantly thinking, why aren't they giving me money? It's so bizarre that he says this out. He has no qualms about telling you that even though he really does find this fun and blah, 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 that at the end of the day, this is a business, quote unquote, and he needs that money. And if you don't give it to him, we've got to have things where he's going to sternly talk to you about it, and he's going to stammer and tell you he's not sure and worry and be like, oh, what happened? I believe there could be multiple factors. Just because he didn't get money one fucking stream. And again, this freak can't even keep the story straight in his own head. It was only 2 or 3 weeks ago that he was telling us that if he hit the tips goal once a day, it was fine. So he was saying, I want to hit the members thing for the week. And if we hit the $50 goal on one of the streams, that's great. Then all of a sudden it went from 1 to 2 because the paranoia and the money, and that's all this guy gives a shit about. And now we have one stream that was slow and we have to have 20-minute. He talked about it after the stream on the Daily Wrap, and he's talked about it now for about 20 fucking minutes. Money segment, talk segment. Funny as well that all the people on his suggestions thing that he thought was a great idea, a new improvement to the stream. He did this giant suggestions thing. All the people that have written out suggestions on there, one of the overwhelming ones, and obviously some people are trolls, but some people are probably just normal, whatever, trying to throw him a bone. Overwhelmingly, people have told him, stop doing Q&A, stop being negative, and shorten the podcast. No one wants to... So many people saying, no one wants to hear you rant, no one wants to hear you beg. People don't want to hear that stuff. Like, so many of them on there telling him to stop doing this exact sort of thing. Talking about money, calling other YouTubers shills. There's a few on there saying, like, there's plenty of good other streamers, like, stop calling other people shills and being negative. Things he will never do. Things he will never do. So the fact that he, like, we're talking overwhelming. So many people have written that, and he's been reading them. And he's still going to sit here on a giant 20-minute cope segment, moan about other people, bro. He's so fucked. He's so fucked. He don't listen to no one. He doesn't listen to anyone, dude. He's so fucked.
If people like what they see, they're going to support it, correct?
No.
Last night, it seemed like all the feedback...
No, there's no correlation.
...has always been the following.
There's no correlation.
If I am putting out content that
they might.
Entertained when
if you're lucky, they might. Some people might. Some people might support just because some people turn up and do that, even if they ain't been watching 5 minutes. But no, the idea that because you're having fun and the chat's having fun, that you should be making money on stream is nonsense. And if you think like that, you're fucking crazy.
I'm making it.
Or you ain't been doing this very long. If you think like that, you ain't been doing this very long, or you're fucked. Like this guy.
And I'm entertaining you guys through making it, then going hand in hand with that great experience is going to be support. If people like what they see, they're going to support it, correct? Last night, it seemed like all the feedback I was getting on that stream was, we like what we see. But then how is it the slowest supported stream in ages? It doesn't seem to make sense unless it was just one night of bad luck. I don't know.
Oh, what are they supposed to tell him then? They go, yeah, it was just a bad night. We didn't have money tonight. What are they supposed to say? Oh, and then he goes, all right, good. So I can play it again? You're going to give me money next time?
I honestly have no idea what was the message there.
Banning someone.
Okay? So,
banning someone who's questioning the thing and being weird about it.
All right.
Nice sniff.
And I don't know, honestly, how to move forward. So here's the deal.
Wow, this is amazing.
I have the opportunity to play the beta again tomorrow.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, it runs today, tomorrow, and yesterday, today, and
please, God, may he not make tips when he plays the beta next. Just for this rant. I don't care if the game comes out, whether he buys it or not, whatever. Just so I can get another one of these.
Tomorrow, it's a 3-day open beta, 8th through the 10th, okay? And so, what I'm debating is should I play this
He's probably
again
distracted as well because half the chat's
shot?
destroying
I had a lot of
him.
fun with it, and I'll be honest, I actually feel like I want to play it again. I liked it that much that I kind of want to play it again, all right? But there's many factors involved here. Factor number 1, will I actually finish the Resident Evil 4 DLC and Lies of P today? If I do,
Lies of P?
Then my schedule is free enough that I will have opportunity that I could do whatever I want on tomorrow night.
He already has the Christmas tree in his setup, correct, Reanimator?
Okay, but if I end up not finishing up one of those games today and I need more time, then I need Tuesday night stream for that. So really, the first thing is I don't even know if I'm going to have a free stream to play this beta again because I don't know how today's going to go. So directly dependent on how today goes will determine if I have the freedom to do what I want tomorrow. Let's assume I do finish both the Resident Evil 4 DLC and Lies of P today. If that's the case, then tomorrow's daytime stream will be Assassin's Creed Mirage, continuing on.
Watch this. Watch this.
Assume
Watch
I
his
do
hand.
finish both the Resident Evil 4 DLC.
Ready? Oh. Flung it. Whatever it was, it went somewhere. Whatever it was, it went somewhere. TSP got ants crawling on him.
The Assassin's Creed
Fuck
Mirage,
me, dude.
continuing on, which I'm excited for.
Continuing on. You're excited?
Or I actually enjoyed the stream the other day.
Yeah, you're so excited. I bet you was excited because you got $150 when you were playing the game.
The game opened up. We're doing content in the order we want, so it's going really well. Okay?
Yeah, great.
And then, on Tuesday night, I will play the Modern Warfare 3 beta again.
But they have to give you money.
Okay? Fair enough? We'll see what happens, though. Now, Wednesday, the plan is more Assassin's Creed Mirage and
That was so weird.
Street
Is
Fighter
it
6
over?
Master Ranked play. Yes, probably more Blanca.
Is it
Then
over?
I'll continue on with the crossplay off and see how I do, exclusively against the PlayStation players this time. Okay? So there you go. Now, before people start saying ludicrous things, it's this simple. Because some people are saying, well, why don't you just play what you like, man? I don't get it. Why don't you just play what you like?
Yeah?
Because I live in reality world. You know, I don't live in fantasy Candyland.
What's the reality?
Where everywhere I go, everything's free. And I have no responsibilities to anyone around me or myself or my
So what's the reality? Tell us about reality.
family. I could just do whatever I want. That's not reality.
What is reality?
Okay, just being honest. I wish it was. I wish in life you could do whatever the hell you wanted at all times and you were free. That's not reality. Especially for those of us living an adult life. Okay? When I make...
Those of us living an adult life. Mr. gets up at 11 o'clock and plays games on the internet all day. Badly. Those of us living an adult life. That's an adult life. I'm not saying that there's not full-time streamers that don't treat it like a proper job and have adult responsibilities. There's plenty of people like that. This guy does the bare minimum. The bare minimum and drags himself through over 100k a year as well. Doing the bare minimum to get 100k a year, by the way. Roughly.
content, I have to be sure that it's content that people want to watch and will support. Because I don't have paid sponsorships. I don't have product placements. I don't play games for money. No.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should. Because you're basically telling us you are my only source of income. So if you ain't got money, I ain't got money. Mr. Businessman, how fucked is your business model now? Maybe you should do a sponsorship. Maybe you should take money from a faceless corporation. As opposed to like guilting your chat into whatever you can suck the money out of them to make sure every single game is going to get them opening their wallets for you. Do you know how fucked this sounds? Bro, I live in reality. I live in reality, yeah, because I'm totally crowdfunded through my own design. It's your fault and I have to talk to you about it. We're having a shareholders meeting. Remember, you're paying me. Remember, all this stuff aside, all this weird facade, all this back and forth and like, what's the word he likes to use? No, not community. What's the word he likes to use? Doesn't matter, whatever. You get my point. Underneath all of that, neither that money, how you doing? Underneath all of that, Mr. Regular Guy streams is just like one of you, blah, blah, blah. Underneath all of that, remember, you're giving me money. You're giving me money for this thing to exist. And I'm not going to do anything to make it better, really. I'm not going to do anything to try and get money from elsewhere to take the pressure off of you. I'm going to do the same boring shit I've been doing, the lowest fucking effort content possible, and you're going to give me the same, if not more money, always slightly more money. And if I don't get it, I'm going to keep reminding you that I need to get it.
No one's paying me to play any of the games that I'm playing right
now. They literally are, though. They literally are, and that's what you're asking them to do.
So I have to make sure...
You have to make sure that you can milk the audience on every single game that you play.
The content I make will earn revenue. That's how my business works.
Yeah, great business model. I have to make sure that if I can't beg, if you don't give me the money, I have to beg even harder to make sure you give me the money again. What a great business model. Literally, Twitch is a model based off of begging. Your entire future, your entire business model, quote unquote, is literally you begging.
So, as much as I did enjoy the Modern Warfare 3 beta last night, and I'm telling you, I'm being transparent with you, I didn't expect that.
Oh, yeah, I'm being transparent with you.
Play and be like, man, it's the same game. No, I genuinely had fun last night, and I felt that fire burn within me again of a competitive first-person.
Oh, shut up, DSP.
Shooter.
Jesus,
and I was like, dude, these maps are
Christ.
fun. Like, I want to keep playing.
Yeah.
But I can't just keep doing what I want when there's other games out there that I know
more
will
money?
get support for my business and my family.
Support for my
Just being
business.
honest, there's enough games out right now that I could be playing other shit that's going to get support.
Yeah.
And I have to do what's right, not just what I want. If I could do what I want, I would probably play a lot more games on here that don't do well. I love JRPGs. JRPGs are in my blood. I grew up playing them. They're kind of my almost bread and butter content for me. Whenever I dive into a really deep JRPG, I love them. I can't play them often. Why? They don't get a lot of attendance and they don't get a lot of support. I just played Chrono Trigger over the summer, and it was one of the slowest supported playthroughs I've ever done, but it was one of the most meaningful to me. You understand? But
So you put money in front of meaning. Nice.
I have to balance that.
Well, you didn't balance it, did you?
I can't just do whatever
You're not balancing it.
I want. I'll go out of business overnight. I'm not a big-time streamer.
I'll go out of business. You're a streamer. I'll go out of business overnight. I'll go out of business. What a way to word it, dude. I'll go out of business.
Insulated by paid product placements.
Fucking hell, dude.
And huge amounts of support from a giant, fan base of millions.
So wild.
I have to basically cater to what my fan base likes so that they'll support my content. You get
Yeah.
it? So,
Yeah.
I'm not at will to kind of do whatever I want all the time. As much
Yeah.
as easy as it says, well, if he had true passion for what he did, he would just play what he loves. And I'd be out of business.
But you wouldn't, because you'd find a way to make it work. And if you was engaging enough and entertaining enough, people would quote-unquote support regardless of what you did. And you'd be able to do it regardless of what you played, because people cared enough. So that's complete bullshit as well.
I would lose everything. So, I have to be smart and savvy, as well as also trying to do what's right for the quality of the content, for me, enjoyment purposes, all of that. It's tricky. Trust me, I've been doing this for 15 years.
Oh, trust me, I've been doing this for 15 years. Trust me, I've been doing this for 15 years. I've been doing this for 15 years. Trust me, bro. Trust me. Yeah, acts like it. I like that as well, Zitro Zealousy. He does this thing where it's like he's talking to the audience about a third party that's not there. Like if he's saying it was a slow supported stream, it's not you. It was like the people that were there last night. And maybe that's some of you, but I don't know. So we're going to talk about it like it's a separate entity. So I don't have to directly say to you, you didn't give me money. I can just say it wasn't supported. Leaving it in this weird grey area. It's so strange. It does all come down to not wanting to get a job. He don't want to get another job. That's true. He don't want to get a job.
And it's very tricky. You have to try to find that balance. You have to, okay? So...
Nice sniff.
What can you do? So, That's what I'm thinking. So today, let's focus on Resident Evil 4. Let's focus on Lies of P. Let's see how it goes. If I beat both games, we have some freedom. And tomorrow, I'd like to do Assassin's Creed Mirage, and I'd like to do another night stream of the Modern Warfare 3 beta. It would be the last opportunity to play the beta before it goes offline, so I'd like to do that. Okay?
So do it.
There you go. Then, on Wednesday would be more Assassin's Creed Mirage and Street Fighter, and that's where we'll end it.
Yeah.
But if I don't finish the games today, then I'm going to need tomorrow night's stream regardless to finish off what I don't finish. So,
oh, so that was all
I'll be
pointless
honest,
as
I'm
well?
skeptical
Great.
that I'm even going to finish the Resident Evil 4 DLC today.
So that was
We're at the
semi-pointless
boss fight
even
of
telling us that,
chapter 5,
great.
which is tough. And then we have
Excellent.
2 more chapters. That's a lot to finish
Tell me
in
more.
a 3-hour stream. I don't know why people said it was 5 hours long. It's not a 5-hour DLC. It's just not. Unless you completely rush through it, you don't read logs, you don't explore.
Yeah, but you're really
there's no
slow
way
as well,
this is a
DSP.
5-hour DLC. So
You're super slow,
we'll
dude.
see how it goes. All right. So let's play it by ear and let's see. But the other thing is, okay, I genuinely really enjoyed that beta, and now I don't know if I should get the game in November or not, because I was kind of leaning towards no. But if it really
Oh my god,
is
check, yeah,
Modern
wipe,
Warfare
pick
2
the eye and
remake,
check the
meaning
wipe
real
again.
Modern Warfare 2 remade into a modern game with crazy graphics, better gunplay.
Pick the eye and check
some
the
maps
wipe
from I
again.
love
Nice,
from back
very
in the
nice.
day. I mean, that could be an awesome nostalgic trip. Me going back and getting on kill streaks again. I spawn, I die, freaking out at that, right? But then also doing really well.
Yeah, hilarious
you know,
memes
in
and
the
that,
game
dude.
and unlocking all the shit. Like, I think it could be great, you know? But I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm conflicted at this point, okay? So,
Yeah,
I
so
want
conflicted,
feedback.
didn't get
What
the
do
money.
you guys think? Maybe many of you are now watching that beta gameplay on demand.
Nice.
Right, overnight, and you have feelings about it. Let me know the feelings, whether you tell me on a stream or you
Oh my
leave
god, this is the
comments,
worst.
you know, on the videos. I need your feedback. This is an important decision regarding the upcoming schedule. Call of Duty every year, it's sometimes it could be a big part of the content that I put out, right? So, I need input.
How did you survive getting a knife thrown at your face?
It's funny because I'm making Johnny 5 references. Someone actually made a life-size replica of Johnny 5 from the Short Circuit movies, and it's fully functional. It talks and everything. It's because now the technology has advanced so much that you can do that realistically. You know, I'm sure back in the 80s when they made those movies, it probably cost
After
like $1
literally
million
a week,
to make
Proxy
it,
Con.
and now you could probably make it for like you know, thousands. So someone actually made it, and they're driving it around conventions. And
Wow,
stuff, and
amazing.
interacting. Remote control, he's talking to everyone. I'm like, oh my
Right.
god, it's pretty insane, right?
No one knows what short circuit
Anyway,
is, DSP.
So I really would like your feedback, guys. Please give it to me. All right. Outside of that,
Yeah, your
that's the
feedback.
schedule
Tell me
and
you're gonna
everything
give me
going on
money.
for this week. Now, next week, I think it's in everyone's best interest that I don't play Lords of the Fallen next week.
Oh, yeah?
The reason being is there's no way that I could play Lords of the Fallen, finish Assassin's Creed Mirage, and then tackle the new releases of the next week in any kind of a reasonable fashion. If I start Lords of the Fallen next week, it's just going to disappoint everyone. I'm not going to be able to play enough of it. You're going to want more of it, and I'm not going to be able to because I have to finish the other games I'm playing to move on to other stuff. It doesn't make sense. Like I told you guys yesterday, Lords of the Fallen, much like Lies of P, is a game where once you start playing it, you want to play it a lot because it's very difficult. And you
How
want
do
to
you
stay
know?
on top of your game when it comes to the systems and everything in it.
How
And
do
it
you
makes more
know?
sense for me to start playing Lords of the Fallen when I have a distinct amount of time to invest in it. Okay?
What?
Right now, I don't have a distinct amount of time to invest in it. It would have to be juggled with so many other things. I don't think it would be done justice, nor would it be enjoyable for us. All right? So I think I'm going to delay it until November. I think what we'll do is there will be no new release on Friday. Instead, we'll focus on Assassin's Creed Mirage. We'll do some Street Fighter. I will actually do a couple late night streams of Starfield this coming week. For those who like Starfield and missed it this week, it will resume next week.
Wow, Starfield, great.
On Tuesday, the 17th, is the release of Sonic Superstars. Yes, I will start playing that. And then on Friday the 20th, it's the release of both Spider-Man 2 as well as Super Mario Wonder. Yes, I'll be playing those. The next new release at the end of the month will be Alan Wake 2. Yes, I'll be playing that. So all that stuff will happen this month. And then, once basically that stuff dies down. Hello, Jasper. Whoop, here he comes.
Oh,
Once all
great.
that stuff dies down, and we finish a lot of those
Yeah.
playthroughs, then in November I will start Lords of the Fallen, and we'll be able to focus in on it as the major focus and get through it and not have to have extended amounts of times between the streams. Okay, I think that's the best way to go about it. I hope you agree with me. If not, if you have a better suggestion, I'm all ears. But the way I see it is, no matter when I play Lords of the Fallen, Jasper, because it's a Soulsborne style game, people would like it. As opposed to, I feel like if I skip out on one of those big platformers,
I
or
love
if skip
how
out
all
on
of a
Spider-Man
sudden he
2
loves
and 2,
Soulsborne games.
and I decide to play those later, I think a lot of
Souls-likes.
the hype will have died and people won't
Even
care
though
about
he
the
hated
game.
Souls-likes.
You know, that's,
Good night,
That's
Zitros
my
Odyssey. Take it
perspective.
easy, dudes.
So there you go. And now it's And now it's funny because people are saying, well, what about RoboCop Rogue City? What about it? When was this game even on anyone's radar that anyone cared about it? Like, all of a sudden now I heard people say, oh, we're talking about RoboCop. RoboCop? Who the fuck was talking about RoboCop until, like, yesterday, right? I mean, you guys know what games are in my schedule that I'm interested in playing, and I've already told you guys I don't have time to play every game. So, no, right now, RoboCop is not even a consideration. Maybe if it comes out and it ends up being so groundbreakingly amazing, it blows everyone away and people want to see it, then we could consider it to figure out when to play
Yeah, I know. I saw
No,
you playing it,
RoboCop
Melman. Reminded me of the
is not in
Darkness,
cards right
kinda.
now. You know, we've gone through the schedule. You guys
The
know
way
it's
it was
the
like
of the biggest games right
the
now.
amount
right?
of story and
So there you go. All right. So that's what I'm planning on doing soon.
kind of reminded me of that.
Outside of that, I do have a couple things I would like to talk about this morning. There's one news story and there's one suggestion from a viewer, and I'd like your take on those.
Oh, a
And then we'll
suggestion.
shout
Okay,
out
let's
and
hear it.
Wrap up the show.
Of course,
First,
Doobie, bruh.
This guy right here, this rascal, this.
Of course he will.
This kitty that wants my attention this morning. Ah, what are you doing, you silly?
No one
kitty?
cares about your dumb fucking cat, DSP.
What a silly guy. He wants to get
I'm
all
gonna
the
kick that
attention on
cat.
the stream.
I love animals, and
You're
I'm still going to
getting a
kick
lot
that
of
cat
Jasper
into the
this morning.
stratosphere.
A lot of Jasper shots. There you go. Enjoy
Just
the
for dint of
Jasper
it being yours.
Very nice.
Graffin, how you doing?
Okay. So. Trying to focus. It's hard to focus with a cat on your lap like this. Let me tell you guys something.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So. Excuse me. Okay. So. There is a suggestion from a viewer. And shout out to Overpowered Boone, who's had a lot of good suggestions recently.
Oh, my God.
He has
Shout out to that fucking
He has a
Dent
suggestion.
Head Boom
I'd
that
like to run
puts AI shit on every single. Shout out to. Look at DSP shouting out this obviously mentally stable individual. Look at DSP shouting out. Let's do just random Assassin's Creed.
Alright.
Random Assassin's Creed, part whatever. Look at DSP shouting out this completely mentally stable individual. AI timestamps, AI summary, AI pop quiz, AI pop quiz. Oh my God. If this person's LARPing, like, I don't even, like, I can't even begin with what a dent head this person is. What an actual dent head this person is. Overpowered Boone. Like something.
Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to part 5.
Yeah, YouTube mode on. Look at you. Don't look like a clown at all. Jesus. Let's find out what this guy's suggestion is.
By all of you. Alright?
Funny how on that suggestion page there have been suggestions by so many people, and I know this for a fact because I looked at it today. There have been suggestions by so many people with like loads and loads of thumbs up, and that OP Boone imbecile has suggested a couple of things, and no one has thumbs upped his suggestions at all. No one has put a thumbs up on his suggestion at all. At all.
I don't know how viable the suggestion is, but I'd like
But you're going to talk about it. Great. Let's do it.
I have it in my phone, but I don't really have access to my phone right now for various reasons, as you can see. So I'm going to try to paraphrase.
So move the
alright?
cat then.
So every week, once a week, when I do my React Day, I basically do 3 completely separate streams. Here on DSP Gaming, this channel on YouTube, I do the Level 1 podcast. Then a message pops up and says, hey guys, head over to DSP Reacts for the clip show. And then you'll head over there. Then when that clip show ends, another pop-up appears and says, hey, head over to the stream for whatever game I'm playing that Sunday night. The reason that works is because I set up all those streams ahead of time.
Now, guys.
And I actually use, there's a word for it, I forget what it's called, but you could basically have them all overlap. So they all cross-promote each other. When one ends, it directs the viewers to the next one.
Wow,
That one ends, it directs
amazing.
the viewers to the next one. And so on and so forth, okay? So basically that one day a week, you'll know, Jasper, say goodbye. We're going to go down to the floor now, okay? Okay. There we go.
Right.
So, that one day a week, all of those streams
Rosa, how you doing?
are already pre-set up on the various channels. You know, the podcast and the gameplay night stream are set up here on DSP Gaming ahead of time, and the stream for the React show is set up ahead of time over on DSP React, okay? So, Overpowered Boone made an interesting suggestion, and I'm paraphrasing here. But he's basically like, you know, that one day a week is really useful. On your channels, all of those upcoming streams actually kind of show up on your channel prominently. Like, they'll be right the first thing you see when you log into either DSP Gaming or DSP React. You see upcoming streams, and here they are with the time. And you even have the ability to click on it and it says, notify me when the stream goes live. So you can actually ahead of time say, I want a message or a pop-up or a reminder, and YouTube will send you a reminder to let you know the stream has gone live so you can catch it live and not miss it, okay? But you can only do that if the stream is already previously set up on YouTube. So here's what Overpowered Boone has suggested, and I'd like all of your feedback on this, okay?
Oh, God.
He suggested that I set up all of the streams for a week ahead of time early. So, for example, right now, I would set up today's stream for Resident Evil, tonight's stream for Lies of P, tomorrow's stream for Assassin's Creed Mirage, tomorrow night's stream for Modern Warfare 2 Beta, Wednesday's stream for Assassin's Creed Mirage, and Wednesday night's stream for
What's the
Street
point
Fighter
of
6
this?
Ranked gameplay. I'd have them all already set up.
What's the point of this?
So now you know the schedule. If you just look at the channel page, you'll see all the streams lined up for the next 3 days, and you can click on the specific ones you're interested in.
You put your dent-headed schedule everywhere. Is this guy for real? Another schedule segment? Like, what's wrong with this guy, dude? What's wrong with this guy? Oh. Oh. All right.
In order to be notified.
I need to
All
make
right.
some food at some point. I've got to do tea and
So
smoke for
Overpowered
hours as
Boone
well.
says he feels like this would help in a couple different ways. Number one, you'd get notified for all the streams that you like, which you can't do right now. You know, you kind of have to just show up when the stream goes live. In this way, you'll get notifications ahead of time because you can click on the ones you want and you'll get those notifications. That's number one. Number two, this would be an easier way to follow my scheduling. Right now, how do you know what it is that I'm going to be doing?
Because you tell us and put it on Twitter and talk about it all the time.
Night, once on the community tab here of this channel. Last thing
Is
I
he
do
for
at night,
real?
Also on my X/Twitter feed at They Call Me DSP, I post it up at the same time and I make it my pinned post overnight. Now also, as you know, here on the Level 1 podcast every morning, I usually talk about what the schedule will be for the rest of the week. It's a segment of the show.
Yeah.
So there's various ways you can find out my schedule every single day.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm posting up all of my streams like this daily,
No one's going to check that.
Weekly, they'll be up so early you'll already know.
No one's gonna check that.
What's Phil doing this week? Check out the channel. All the streams.
No
are there.
one's going to do that.
You shouldn't have any questions. All the streams are there. Click on the ones you're interested in. That's it, right?
I swear to God. I swear to God. This actual... Bro. Are we... There's the schedule. Right. More schedule. More schedule. Jesus, dude. Right, this is the suggestion thing. This is the suggestion thing. Get rid of the Q&A, stop begging Q&A, shorten the podcast. Something about the names. Review copies. 24-hour cooldown. Begging. Shorten the podcast. Be less abrasive. Yep, that's a great one. Other people. Podcast. Where is OP Boone? Shorten the podcast. Shorten the podcast. Be less aggressive. Shorten the pod. The amount of people that have told him to shorten the podcast. And here's he had to scroll past. He had to go past all of this. He had to go past about 15 people telling him to shorten the podcast and to not be a cunt, all the way down to this moron. I suggest considering a more proactive approach to scheduling your YouTube live streams. As an example, leading up to React Day, you've already scheduled all 3 streams for tomorrow. The podcast, the React stream, and the late stream. YouTube features these upcoming streams right at the top of your channel, making it a breeze for us viewers to check out what you're streaming and when. They also appear in our subscription feed. There's even a notify me option, so we can opt to get a notification when these upcoming streams go live. To enhance viewer convenience, it could be beneficial to schedule your entire week of streaming like this in advance. This way your audience can easily select which streams they'd like to be notified about for the entire week. No one's going to do that. Rather than having to wait until the night before the early stream or a few hours before the late one. Furthermore, the approach could potentially replace the need for your schedule command in chat, saving the trouble of updating that daily. It might even eliminate the necessity for daily schedule posts on Twitter/X app. And he's not going to do that either. He's going to keep doing that. And the YouTube community tab. Instead, viewers could effortlessly navigate to your channel homepage where they'll find an upcoming live streams. They're not going to do that. Section displayed all stream scheduling for the week. They're not going to check that in advance. People don't work like that. You can set this up upon your return from an off day or the night before your day off. And any schedule changes could be promptly updated for the benefit of your audience. I can't believe DSP thinks this is important. It's the only one DSP's liked, by the way. It's the only comment he's hearted. Lastly, this approach could streamline your podcast schedule segment, reducing the need to mention extensive schedule details every day. He's still going to do that. You only need to highlight, because he goes, what if people miss this? You only need to highlight any schedule changes and provide insight into the upcoming streams for today and tomorrow. Such efficiency could afford you more personal time after your streaming day is over, eliminating the need for repetitive schedule updates across the various platforms. He ain't going to stop doing that. By scheduling all 12 streams of the week on YouTube, you can simplify your workload and let the platform manage the rest seamlessly. Bro, I swear, like, I can't.
Now, guys.
This guy's lost the plot. 1 like, 1 heart, which is DSP himself. Everyone else telling him to, like, shorten the podcast. Don't be a prick. Oh my god, Boone's written more. Oh my god, Boone's written more. Oh my god, he's written even more. He's written even more. He's given him more suggestions about what to write on there. Oh my good lord. 1 like. Oh my god. He's even given this guy is actually losing the plot. Jesus fucking Christ. Actually dented. Oh my god. Go away. Oh my god, he's back again. He's actually back again. And again. And again. And again. I downvoted that. I don't even... And again at the bottom. Upvote if you agree with, so Phil knows which suggestions are popular. Well, no one upvoted yours. And like a bunch of people upvoted this one that said stop begging. Shorten the podcast 51. Stop begging 93. There we go. Stop begging 93. Get rid of the Q&A. Get rid of favoritism exists. Shorten the podcast. Shorten the podcast. This guy's fucking wild. One dent figured out how to use Chat GPT. Yeah, I think it's all written by AI, alright. Oh my god. The OP Boone segment.
Now, the thing I see here, like those are the pros. The pros are, you know the schedule ahead of time by looking at the channel rather than having to look around for the schedule, different tabs and stuff. And you can set up notifications. But what are the negatives? So I would say negative number 1 would be, I don't know if setting up streams early shows up in subscriber feeds. I don't know how it works because I don't use them. If I were to set up 6, 8, 10 streams all at once, would you get a feed that says, oh, Phil set up 10 streams and they all ping your inbox? Would it annoy the living shit out of you? Or would you only get a notification when each stream goes live?
Is this really what we're talking about?
I don't know how it works. All right, so that's question number 1.
We've just done half an hour on money and not getting stuff for Modern Warfare.
On top,
and now we're getting this.
Of all of the content that I'm already uploading.
And now we're getting this.
To ping you even more with tons of these notifications of streams.
Yeah.
Right? Now, one person just said, no, it doesn't. It'll only show up in your live feed. Then another person says, yes, it does. It's annoying.
How about instead of looking sarcastically at the camera, you figure it out, Mr. 15 years on YouTube fucking cunt. How about you figure it out, you smug cunt? Instead of waiting for literal, like, people with mental disabilities in your chat to help you. Why don't you do it your fucking self, cunt?
So immediately I get conflicting data. So I can't answer. I don't know yet.
Look it up yourself!
I need more feedback than that, because 2 people just kind of...
You need... Oh, dude. Do you know how much, DSP? Oh, how much money? I would sell my body to the ugliest, fat 70-year-old lady for the next 20 years, guaranteed. I'd sleep with her every night if it meant that I could, for one day, bring you to work with me. Just one day. I want to bring you to work with me so I can see you struggle. Not so I can bully you. Not so I can do anything nasty. Just so I can make you work hard and nearly kill you through it. Because you would die. Because you would die, dude. Mr. Lion, tier 1 for 6 months. Cooking with Kay. What? I have to sleep with Kay's cooking for like 2 years. Yeah, go on. Go on. I'll take it. I'll take it for the team. Doesn't mean anything. I'll take it for the rest of you. I'll take it for the rest of you. Because if I have to sleep with Kay's cooking every day just to get him to come to work with me, Lee has to watch. Lee can join in if he likes. Come on, Lee, get in the bed, love. Come on. He put it in me mouth and you put it up me ass. And then we can swap over halfway through. Oh. Oh, God. I'm going to hell when I die. I'm definitely going to hell. I'll see you all there. I'll see you all there. I'll see you all there. Check Discord. What have you posted? Some sus shit. Is this the picture of the pig thing? Someone asked for an AI generation. Asked for an AI generation. And you've got it. I'm gonna pick the best one. Oh my god, that is horrific. Pig monster. Pig monster, dude. If you want to see that, you can check the Discord. If you want to see that, you can check the Discord. If you want to see them, you can check yourself. Right, anyway. Back to Toxic.
Predicted each other in the chat. Okay? Great. So that's number one. It shows them all it's too much spam.
OP Boone fucking destroyed.
Okay. So that's number one. I need answers on that. Number
Look
two,
it up.
Okay?
Look it up yourself.
Here is the problem.
Look it up.
That I'm foreseeing. For example, we literally just talked about this a few minutes ago. I don't know how today's going to go.
What now, Hate Army? Don't tell me it gets worse.
The Resident Evil 4
it gets
DLC
worse?
Lies of P, or if we're going to end up needing another additional stream.
What?
I have no clue. Because of that, I can't accurately judge what we're doing tomorrow, right? Like, I know for a fact...
I need to do tea and smoke. Oh, redeemed one. And I need to make food.
What the night stream is going to be.
I've got to go gym later. I can go gym late. It's not as big a deal.
Or it could be one of either of the games that I didn't finish today.
I'll have a caffeine
That's
dump
three
whilst I'm
options.
in there.
What am I going to do? Set up a stream? TBD. Could be RE4 Lies of P
I've
or
got to do
Modern
chest
Warfare
as well.
3. What's the point? Right?
Where your
If you don't even know
chest
what you're
at?
going to be doing, then what's
What's
the
your
point of even
bench
setting up a stream
press?
early? And, to be
And
honest, I do feel
And
this would be
yeah,
the
pull your hairs and check it again. Fuck me! Yeah, Jesus Christ! Pull the shit off your head and check it, dude. Yeah, good. Looks good. Looking good. Yeah, roll it about in your fingers. Yeah. Yeah. What have I got there? I picked my fucking head and eyebrows out. Oh, yeah, nice, great. What the fuck's wrong with this cunt? What the fuck's wrong with him? Look at this. Dig, dig, dig. Pick, pick, pick. Keep digging. Keep picking. That's an actual piece of skin. That's an actual, like, just flake of skin that he's fully just picked off his head, checked out, rolled around in his fingers and just flicked away, dude. Fucking look at this, dude. Look at this shit.
What's the point?
Look, we're gonna have a what's name count. 1, 2, 3. Still digging 4, 5, 6, 6 seconds, 7, 8, 9, 3 seconds. Checking it out. Bosh onto the floor.
Usually, I at least know what I'm doing. Maybe 2, 3.
Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my fucking lord, dudes.
But that's about it. After a certain point, it's kind of like okay, we'll kind of adjust it on the fly.
Holy shit!
What I'm going to be doing, and if I come up with that idea early, I'll put it into the schedule. But
nice burp.
It's not always that consistent. You know what I mean? Especially with the way of gaming that I am, because I'm an interactive streamer. A lot of things people tell me I can't really trust. Perfect example here. People told me the Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways DLC was 5 hours long. We are 6 hours in. I'm facing the boss of Chapter 5, and there's still 2 more chapters to go. So it's not 5 hours long. It's only 5 hours long if you play it solo, you rush through it, you're not reading logs, you're not interacting with an audience, you're literally just playing right through it and easily beating it, right? That's not the case. I'll be playing hardcore, I'm interacting with the audience, I'm doing all the lore and everything. So, yeah, it takes much longer for me, you see? So I can't even trust or judge based off of what other people have told me on how long it would take to beat a game.
Who cares?
So this is the thing I'm thinking, like, the only way I could even really do this reasonably would either be a week where I've already 100% predetermined the schedule early, or I could only do it for like 2 or 3 days out, tops. right? And then I would have to limit what I set up. So, I guess the question is, do you guys
The question is, why the fuck are we talking about this?
think there would be enough benefit
The question is, why the fuck are we talking about this?
to this, to setting up the streams early? Would you find it useful?
No
Would you
one
find it
cares,
annoying?
dude.
Do you think
Move
that I
on.
don't know how it works with notifications.
Holy fuck,
Would
DSP.
notifications
Move
bother you
on.
to the point where you think it's more of a hassle than anything else and you wouldn't want it.
Fucking
I need feedback
hell.
on this, all right? So please give me your feedback on this particular topic. Would you like to see streams set up early? How early?
Yeah, give him feedback.
Is it annoying or not? Because based on what you guys tell me, I might either directly try to do this or not. All right? The thing is, yeah, it would be a little bit of extra work, but the work would all be front-loaded. By doing it all at once, then I wouldn't have to do it later, and it would actually save me some time later, maybe, right? I actually have some days where I can get out of this office on the earlier side.
Mr.
which would be
Lion,
nice,
this is just...
right? Uncle Eddie Baxter says, I don't think there's any benefit. Everyone knows your schedule already. Now, listen, you're right. Unlike quite a lot of other
Yeah, he's
content
right.
creators
So
and
why are we still
streamers,
talking about
I'm
this?
incredibly consistent. You know what time the podcast starts, what time the
Why are
first
we
gameplay
still
session
talking
starts,
about
and
this?
what time my night session starts, because it's the same every day, right? So you
Yeah.
know that. But what about newcomers? What about people who maybe just come by the channel? and are interested in my
fuck,
content,
no,
they don't even know what's coming out.
no.
They don't know to look on the community tab. They don't know.
They'll
to
hit,
look on
oh,
Twitter.
bro, I
They go to the main
don't,
channel
fuck
page, what do they
off.
see?
I'm not even
Tons of videos.
touching this.
And that's all they see. Now imagine they went to the main channel page.
I'm not even
wait,
touching this.
So he's doing this stream, then this stream, then this stream, then. Well, I'm interested in this game. Let me click on that, and I'll check that one out.
I'm not
later.
even touching
Right?
this.
Comment Frenzy says, I think it would be very useful. Super easy to decide which streams to attend. Set them up at the start of the week or as early as possible.
I'm not even touching
There you
this.
go. All right, I don't know. 672 says, sometimes I'm late. Yeah, by what? 15 minutes, dude? Come on. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not hours and hours and hours late.
Yeah, but you are late.
You just said.
Like,
Especially
quite
because of
often.
Your little buddy over there, you know who I'm talking about, who's very inconsistent. And you're going to tell me that I'm late.
You are.
Time to look at yourself in the mirror, buddy.
What?
All right. Anyway. Let's see here.
Like, you're often late.
Davian says, I like the stream to actually be live when it says. Sometimes we get here, it's 30 minutes of music before we start. It's so much wasted time every day. That has literally nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. I understand that.
Okay,
That's feedback
didn't like
from you.
it.
That's not the topic. All right? It's completely unrelated.
Great suggestion. Don't like it.
Trying to figure out if we're supposed to be setting streams up early. All right? That's what I need to know. Not...
They're talking about wasting time. You just said you're going to streamline it. They're saying you waste time.
Oh, I might be here and have music playing on the stream. I know. I said I do that on purpose because when you have the music playing for about 15, 20 minutes, it allows more people to file in. If I turn on the stream and immediately start, half the people will miss the beginning of the podcast. And that's why I have that bleed in.
No one wants to hear
do
it.
this
Haven't you
to
read your
practice it
suggestions?
To build the audience and get people ready. It's very common.
Haven't you read your suggestions, dude? No one wants to hear your fucking podcast.
You because you just want so much more content.
Literally
But trust
no one
me,
wants to hear
I do
it.
for a good reason, and it's very it works. Okay, it's something I've done for years. Okay. All right.
We're doing pretty good. Oh, Naomi, how you doing?
All right. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So that's I need your feedback on that. Please let me know. And before we get to shout outs and the like for today, all right, I have one interesting news story. So it is time for your favorite segment, my favorite segment.
Okay, here we go,
everyone's favorite
great.
segment, even the Skull's favorite segment, even Potion's favorite segment. It's time for Phil's day off. So yesterday was my day off. No, it wasn't. It's time for DSP News. And I have one news story today.
Is this
All right,
funny?
what is the story? Well, you may not have been aware of
Is
it.
this supposed to be funny?
Final Fantasy 16 had a 6-month exclusivity window on the PlayStation that ends in December. So what's funny is we're almost there, right? And people are wondering, hey, does this actually mean that Final Fantasy 16 in 2024 will show up on Xbox consoles? That'd be interesting, because that was one of the major criticisms when it came out, is that maybe they're shooting themselves in the foot by only having this be a PlayStation exclusive game. You need a PS5 or you can't play it, right? Well, guess what? Even though the exclusivity window is ending, all right, here's the truth of the matter. All right, listen to this. Final Fantasy 16 will not be coming out on Xbox anywhere in the near future. According to a report by Games Radar,
right?
Final Fantasy 16 has a minimum 6-month exclusive contract with Sony, and it should be available, you know, until December 31st, 2023, exclusively on PS5, but then that contract should expire. However,
who was thinking about this?
Sony has apparently been signing deals behind the scenes, clandestine, secret deals with many third-party video game developers. These deals, listen to this, prevent those developers from making games for Microsoft consoles. Specifically, Square Enix, the developer of Final Fantasy 16, will not be allowed to make that game.
Yeah, because Microsoft bought a load of shit and Sony are like worrying and or trying to combat it, or it's just a business move. They don't care that much. It's just the way the industry's going. Is this a surprise to anyone? Is this a surprise to anyone? Is this a surprise to anyone?
On an Xbox platform, unless Sony decides to change their
He ain't going
policy.
to TwitchCon. He ain't leaving his house.
So,
literally not a
what
surprise
they're
to
basically
anyone.
saying then is, even though there's an exclusivity window, it's basically not really a window. It's just a permanent thing, right?
Well,
Now,
they could have
that's
bought
kind
it
of confusing
afterwards.
to me. Why even have the exclusivity window? Why? What's the point of that? If Sony is signing,
Because it was obviously a contract and then they renegotiated.
with third-party game developers stating, "Well, hey, you want us to prominently feature your game? We'll give you that."
Because they probably renegotiated
Sign a
DSP.
deal with us, make the money on our console, but you can't be on.
Because they
Xbox,
probably
right?
renegotiated.
That's really not a 6-month exclusivity deal. That's just permanent. It will never be on Xbox, right? This would make a lot of sense. This is why we haven't heard anything from Square Enix regarding Final Fantasy 16 coming to other consoles in 2024. That would make a lot of sense why we haven't heard that. They're just not doing it. They don't care. But you know what gets me about the whole situation is, if it's real and if it's true, what's the difference between this and what Microsoft is attempting to do by buying Activision Blizzard, right?
Nothing.
I mean, yeah, Sony doesn't own the third-party companies, but they've got these agreements in place that they can't make games for the competition anyway.
Do you remember years ago when games like Call of Duty and stuff had exclusivity deals and map packs would come out on certain consoles first? This was happening back in like the 360, dude, I'm sure. I'm sure even back on the 360 there were exclusivity deals where they would just pay money to have a DLC or a map pack. Like, this has been going on for years, dude. It's just about money. It's the way the industry works. This is not a surprise to anyone.
Difference between that and them outright owning it, not much. I mean, they have less creative control, less control over what the companies are making, but still, to me that just sounds ridiculous. Like, Sony is so up in arms about Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard. They've tried at every step to try to prevent it. They failed. It's going to go through at some point. There's just ridiculous amounts of different kind of roadblocks and things that keep popping up that seem to be holding up this deal over and over and over. But the deal will eventually go through. It's just kind of a matter of time. And the waiting of... I'll be honest, yes, waiting for this thing is annoying. That's how court systems
What do you
work.
care?
Court systems are so outdated and ridiculous.
What the fuck has this
that
deal got to do with
it took
you?
years to get something from 5 years ago to finally get some kind of a resolution. It's ridiculously stupid, okay? So, yeah, this whole deal probably should have went through a year ago. But that's just how these court systems work, all right? But what gets me about the whole situation is Sony just was complaining nonstop about how Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard would be unfair competition.
That's what these companies do.
And you're like, yeah, but you're literally doing this with third-party companies at this very moment. You're paying them to not put out their games on Xbox. So what are you complaining about? You're complaining about your
I don't know what
own
you're
crap,
complaining about, DSP. None of this has got fuck all to do with you.
right? So, you know, I was wondering, when Final Fantasy 16 did become cross-platform, would it sell more? Would more people be talking about it? Because, man, that game, it got hyped for about 2 weeks, not even. And then people just stopped talking about it, dropped it like a hot rock, moved on to other stuff, and you don't hear anyone talking about Final Fantasy 16 anymore. That's a shame. This is a franchise that used to be synonymous with RPG greatness, and people just collectively have admitted, man, that game was just not as good as we thought it would be, especially when you had other games like Baldur's Gate, and now you've got Phantom Liberty and stuff. People are like, wow, in comparison, like night and day, better games, right?
Nice sip.
So, I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen here, but my observation is it's kind of hypocritical of Sony.
Your observation is trash. Next.
Out against Activision Blizzard acquisition and things like that, when they're literally doing these exact same practice on a daily basis with other companies, right? So there you go. All right, it is time for some shout-outs. All right, so as you guys know,
next,
as I've already mentioned, I'm an independent dude. I don't have any product placements. I don't have
exactly
any advertising for other companies. I don't get paid to play specific games, which is why you don't see me play
comes a beg.
games you never heard of on the channel just to get a paycheck. I don't
transitioning into a beg.
Many or any ads on my channel that I can help it. Usually I take like one ad break an entire stream. I do all this for a reason.
Yeah?
All right? Because I want to put out the best content for you that's meaningful. I control the level of advertisement
meaningful.
On my streams.
I thought you just told us earlier that you had to put out what gets you paid.
That the truthfulness.
You literally told us earlier, but you have to make a choice between what you like and what gets you paid. You literally told us that like a minute ago.
Is meaningful to you.
So which one is it?
If you find this content, this curated content designed specifically for you as meaningful as such, I would hope that you would reciprocate and support said content. You know, I've been around for 15 years. A lot of my contemporaries have either faded into obscurity and they're gone, or they had to completely sell out. And I haven't had
okay, everybody else is a sellout now except you.
Your support.
Even when he's begging for money, he has to shit on other people.
Basis, right? Please support it in one of the following ways.
Yeah, please support it. Please give me money to shit on other people.
Which means talking with me, leaving comments on the videos. That engagement is key. It brings more people to the channel, especially during this very.
You literally just told us we have to give money for all the games.
Content, please support it. Please engage with it. Okay. That's number one. Number two, things during live streams that you can do to support. Well, you can do a super chat or a super sticker. Both ways to contribute through the chat. You get a nice highlighted message. I'll give it a shout out. A membership or a gifted membership to the community. These are key to the success of the channel. And you get tons of benefits right now, including access to a ridiculous amount of emotes, the ability to nominate games
emotes.
at a priority level.
Can't wait for those.
Marathon coming up. A cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter. You can ignore the slow mode rules of the chat. There's tons of benefits to being a channel member, okay? Sadly, we just lost a ton. Take a look. We lost like 50 members overnight.
Oh, really?
It was a giant bomb of members last month. They expired.
Oh, no.
That definitely sets the channel back. So it'd be great today, if you're enjoying the content, if you could support the channel in some way. A great way would be to give some memberships to the community.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people around who are willing to accept said memberships, and I'm sure they would appreciate them.
But they won't give you money.
If you're watching on demand, you could always leave a super thanks on a video that's eligible. This is a highlighted comment with obviously some kind of monetary contribution attached to it.
More begging.
If I see a super thanks on a video, I always am sure to like it and thumbs it up.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Say thank you. And then, of course, there's tips.
Always acknowledge the money.
Tips are direct contributions to my PayPal, and these help the stream in a big way. Number one,
lean in, look away.
Right now, I have to spend a ridiculous amount of money in the next
wobble everywhere.
On all these big new releases. This is the biggest, busiest time.
A ridiculous amount of money, yeah. As I stroke my head, look away.
For the year for games, it's also the most expensive. So tips directly aid with that effort.
Yeah.
Number two, tips I get right away. I can spend them on a new game or a bill or grocery shopping.
Oh, can ya?
Spend it on immediately.
What else do you spend the tips on? What else does he spend the tips on? What else does he spend the tips on, dude? What else does he spend the tips on?
So that's why tips are such a great way to contribute. Number 3.
Oh, yeah?
I get the most out of tips. As opposed to other methods of contribution, which are all still well and good, I get more of what you tip me than anything else. Because there's middlemen involved who all take a cut.
Imagine telling them that.
The least amount of stuff
Imagine
out.
telling them
so,
that.
Again, it's another way to support this channel in a big way.
Imagine
That's why,
telling them
because
that.
tips are so important and prominent, I do special goals. For example, $50 raised on a stream, put on Gunner glasses. At $100, you get to vote for a silly hat for me to wear. I have tons of them in that closet to choose from. You know.
Nice burp.
At the top level, tier level, you could vote on a silly vest for me to wear. Here's the good news. The hot weather's done. Finally. So now we should be moving forward all with cool weather. All right. And anything would be eligible. Any hat, any vest. It's not like, oh, it's so hot, I can't wear a nice vest anymore. I got to wear a light one. No, everything's eligible now moving forward.
Right.
Hopefully for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
so,
we can get any vest
that's good news,
whatsoever.
right? So, please consider contributing, supporting the channel. Tipping is a great way to do it. Thanks in advance to anyone who supports. So, here's my goals. My goal for the week was 650 members, but that's when I was at like 620 something. I don't really think we're going to get 75, 80 members by the end of the week. Just being honest. So, I would like to maybe get it back to around 600.
Oh.
And then go from there.
Around
Please consider
600.
becoming a member or getting some memberships. That's kind of my preliminary goal for the week. And then the other goal is every stream to try to hit the tier 1 tips goal. Last night, we did not do that. Not even close with the Call of Duty stream. So it'll be great to get the momentum back today and start hitting those goals again.
Look in the side, look at the thing, look at the camera, look weird. What a great screenshot. That face when you ask for money from the audience, knowing you do nothing for it.
Thank you in advance to anyone who contributes in any way.
Yeah,
Now
wobble
let's do
around,
shout-outs.
side to side, beg, beg, beg. Great
We
beg.
start with Guitar Player doing the first super chat of the day. And he says, I played a match in Call of Duty beta. It's just Call of Duty. I mean, you're right. It is definitely modern Call of Duty, for sure. However, the reason that it really, interested me was because it was the maps that I remembered from back in the day, 14 years ago. Maps that I played the shit out of, that I got.
So what? It's nostalgia. Deal with it.
Love. Not to say that they're exactly the same.
They're trying to suck you in with that. They got you.
Maps. I would love to
They
play
hooked
them
you,
again,
dude. Oh, shit.
So that's really what attracted me to it.
They hooked you already. They got
Jade
you.
His membership for a whopping 28 months at the Ultra Supporter level and said, hello, Jasper, with the Jasper emote. I'm sure Jasper appreciated that. Jade, thank you for your ongoing support. I appreciate that, sir. On the tip side of things today, we start off today with a $1 tip from Slayer. So he has a big message regarding the private react video that I filmed him last night. All right. That is not Slayer at all. I completely butchered that. Wow. That was not even close. Okay. So. Slayer says the following. I want to say I enjoyed your reaction to the Singapore foods that you reacted to last night. Yes, for those who don't know, every month, Slayer gets or purchases a private react video off of my Patreon. And if you're interested
And then post it on YouTube.
You can check it out at patreon.com/darkside.
And then post it on YouTube.
$50, and for a $50 pledge, you get about a 20 to 30 minute private video.
An hour. Slayer got an hour.
Questions. It could be a react video. It could be whatever you want. Slayer actually buys like big ones. So this month he bought an hour-long react video. And
So he paid $100 for this.
A lot of videos.
He paid $100 for this.
Which is a group of content creators who taste all the food.
Slayer paid him $100 for that then.
So first it was like 20 minutes of Singapore
You know he did.
foods. Then it was high-end restaurant food in the giant Singapore
You know he
showing
did.
off all like the big hotel locations and things like that. And then there was another one. Actually, they went to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. And that was really interesting because I've never seen the food at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant before. So you actually got to see the food there. And basically, it was an hour long of me watching and reacting to all of that. Some really fun stuff. A lot of people like my takes on food. So you might enjoy it. All right. Anyway. he says he's going to send me an email to answer some of the questions I actually had during my own reactions. And he said he thought my reactions to some of the prices were quite hilarious, but he's curious about my thoughts about the whole video in general. And he says, by the way, that video is live on my channel for anyone who wants to watch it. So he has a YouTube channel where he uploads all my react. I've been doing these for this guy for a year. A lot of it's K-pop react stuff, but he's done more variety in the last few months. And this is probably one of the bigger variety things I've done for him, is this food and tourism video. Anyway, yeah, I mean, for example, there was a $430 seafood platter that they got. Now, admittedly, it was incredibly high-end seafood. It was like double lobsters, mussels, live oysters, clams, ginormous prawns, right? Tartar, like tuna tartar, salmon tartar, like crazy. And it was an insane tower of food. But it was
an insane tower of food.
And 3 people ate it, so it was like, so each person's
DSP was loving it, you can bet that.
Right? It was absolutely insane. So that was wild. And then I was like, so they go to the Gordon Ramsay restaurant, right? And I was like, oh, Gordon Ramsay, I've always wanted to see his beef Wellington and try it, because you always see his beef Wellington on shows like Hell's Kitchen. But you wonder, what is it really when you eat it, and is it any good? So they ordered the beef Wellington, and I'm like, oh my God, like, that's so cool. That's something that I would like to try one day myself. You know, me and my wife, maybe go to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant and try his beef Wellington. And then they listed that the price was about $70. And I said, I think that I can skip the beef Wellington. I don't need to eat that. So, yeah, those are some of my reactions there for sure. I think you'll enjoy it. If you guys have never seen the stuff I do for
yeah, you'll
Slayer,
enjoy it.
You should give it a look. It's quite entertaining stuff, and I think this video is quite good. So give it a look. It went live last night on his channel, all right? So thank you, Slayer, for the first tip of the day, and I look forward to the email with your answers on some of the questions I had about that food. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay, I received a $10 tip.
Right, got some money?
From Dan the Man. He says, shout out to all of my
God,
Usids.
bullets for everything.
Thank you to Dan the Man for the $10 tip. By the way, I was thinking about this last night. I had an idea. So bear with me. We're currently on the 9th of October. This month has 31 days. Here's what I'm thinking. About halfway through the month, I might switch up the animations. I might make it that the high-end animations that you guys have only seen like once this month, I'll make the low-end animations.
Wow, thanks.
And then flip these low-end animations to be the higher-end animations. Because you guys have seen a ton of Frankenphil, the Jurassic Park animation.
No one cares about this, dude.
The Chucky animation. But you've only
so
seen the Dracula animation once, and you've only seen the Beetlejuice animation once. And I feel like those are getting basically not used. And I don't like that because I think they're amazing animations. So I think around the middle of the month, like around the 15th-ish, I might flip them around, and then you'll see those more often. But you guys got to remind me. If you don't remind me, I will forget. I know I will.
Stream, of course,
so
still.
please remind me
and
around
I'm hearing,
the middle of the month.
The other part
about that,
of the, like,
and I would like to maybe do this. You could see the other ones. The thing is, a lot of time and effort
that's
put into
gotta
making
be
them. It's kind of messed
on the
up.
troll
If you only
channels
get to
tomorrow.
see them like
DSP
once or
went
twice all
overtime.
month. That's kind of shitty. I would much
He
rather have you
made,
guys
like,
see them
2
than have
hours
them
of
be
fucking
unused,
footage
you see.
for
So,
negative
there you go.
trolls.
Of course.
But one piece of positive footage is this.
If someone were
Hold
to
on.
tip $50 or $100, we'd see those right now today, and that would be really, really cool because they're really good animation.
No!
But I don't know who said that. Who said that? I don't know who said that. Like a very creepy breeze, like a ghost on the wind, just blew into my mic and said something. I don't know who said that. It must have been the ghost of Ebenezer Scrooge saying that, right? Anyway, all right. So that's what I've got so far, and you didn't hear any. Oh, I had nothing. I didn't hear anything either. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hear Jack Diddley, right? Twisted Resistor says, do I have my Halloween costume picked out? No, we're doing it this week. On my day off this week, my wife and I are going out. There's 2 Halloween stores in my area. We're going to go to both. We're going to find the best one. We're going to get it. So we're going to have the costume secured as of this week.
Secured.
You know, we were out 3 weeks ago, and we saw them early. There was a few that we had good ideas on, but we didn't do anything at that point. But we're going to get it secured this week, so that way I'm not
secured.
in some big last-minute rush. So there you
go. Wow.
All right, hello to everyone. Hello to Juan David.
Juan.
Hello to Broseph. Hello to Jade. Jade is saying he hit level 35 with Melina. Now he's working on Katana. And once again, he has to take a Benadryl for allergies, so he might not talk.
Fuck
that much.
off,
That's all
Jade.
Jade. It's good to have you here.
Fuck off, Jade.
Jex Gaming says you should definitely play the beta again this week. It'll be on Xbox for you. There's going to be another map added. Oh, when is the Xbox beta? When is that? Maybe I'd be interested in doing that.
Wow.
Because I don't know if I can play it tomorrow or not.
So maybe I'll be interested in
I don't know
playing
what's gonna happen
again.
with these games today. I might.
As long as you
need
give me
to
the money.
finish the games. When is the Xbox beta? Hello, Bill.
Jesus.
Hello, good game, Ethan. Oh, my back. I'm feeling like stiff today. Have I ever made homemade fries? No. I don't have a fryer. I don't have a fryer. I wouldn't be able to make homemade French fries. Unless you're talking like frozen fries you bake in the oven. I mean, everyone's done that.
You don't need a fry, yeah, I was about to say.
All right, so what do you guys want to talk about this morning? We have a little bit of extra time. Sorry about the yawn. We have a little bit of extra time to discuss whatever you guys would like, whatever you're up to talk about. I'm going to try opening my blinds a little more because it's completely cloudy outside today like it's supposed to be. I want to see if it screws up the lighting or not. Hold on. I don't think so. How's that? Now that's a little bright, huh? Yeah, darn. Too bright. Darn it. Because I wanted to get maximum light, or excuse me, maximum air, but yeah, look how bright it looks. Yeah, I gotta fix that.
Oh, Jesus, dude. This guy with the air and the just open the fucking window, dude. Literally just rolled out of bed. It's fucking
What a difference.
guy.
Just a little bit of, you know, blocking the light makes. I mean, holy crap, it looks completely different. Okay.
Imagine him changing his camera settings.
Dan the Man says, any thoughts on doing a GoFundMe to get a new PC? Okay, I've talked about this many times. All right, allow me to address it again. All right? I have no doubt that if I ever were to do a special fundraiser or a GoFundMe or whatever it may be, I probably wouldn't even do a GoFundMe. We'd just do like a special fundraiser stream or something, right? That if I did one, we would actually hit a goal and I'd be able to get a new PC. I'm 100% sure of it because you guys are so supportive. But
Oh, yeah?
I understand that you guys are not an endless well. You understand? Like, you're not a bottomless pit of financial, you know, support. I know that. You're normal people, just like me.
Just like you that makes 100 grand a year begging on the internet. And if you know that, why are you asking them for money to play all the other games and you don't just play things you like?
Right? So,
Wow.
the thing is, I know that if I were to do that,
Wow.
what ended up happening is then support would probably be very slow and or dry up for like a month or two after. Because people already gave as much as they could for this PC, and then we're stuck, right? That is kind of the endless problem with being crowdfunded like me, is that I
Try and save your money.
understand that I have a limited amount of support that I can get from my viewer base. It's unfair.
Why are you looking away?
To completely empty their pockets so I can get a new PC. Here's the deal. If my PC broke, right, or was on its last legs, and I could no longer make content.
Oh, yeah?
And then I said, can you guys help me right now to figure this situation out? Because I'm desperate and we need
To
help.
figure
for it.
this
That would make
situation
sense,
out.
Right? But take a
Buy
look
me
at
a
the last
PC.
year, my content quality has gone up, correct? Like, the visuals are better.
Nice,
the
I see
lighting
it.
is better. The quality of the on-demand videos is better. The quality of the streams is better. Everything is better. Do we really need an upgrade right now? I would argue right now we're pretty good. Like, we can almost
Who's
do everything
we?
that I would want to do. A few limitations here or there, but for the most
I
part,
mean, he ain't going to use the PC to change
we're
anything.
good, right? Like, I'm not like
He's
a
not
year or
gonna
two
do
ago,
anything
I was
with
in a much
it.
worse position.
That
where
much
it
is
looked like
true.
Everything was so falling apart and outdated.
He's not gonna
but
do
now
anything
things
with
that
it.
were kind of falling apart have been fixed or replaced. The only roadblock is the PC. That's it. Like, everything else has kind of been dealt with, right? It's just the PC. Of course, that's the most expensive.
We rented a
part,
new
that's the
mic
biggest
for about
problem.
50 years.
But that's the thing. I wouldn't want to all of a sudden be like, so I've decided now is the time to get the new PC, everyone. Big marathon.
And your
event
camera
going
does
on.
look shit
We'll do
versus
it.
a lot of
Big
people's,
fundraiser,
mine
buy some
included.
PC and all of
My
that.
camera looks
You know,
much
please be
nice.
supportive
Nice
or
white,
whatever.
by the way.
And then what happens is I
My
get the new
camera looks
PC,
much nicer
and
than
it's
yours,
great,
DSP.
But now no one can support, you know, the streams moving forward for like 2 months, and now I'm screwed. I can't make the money to pay my bills and stuff because I bought a PC. You understand? So I wouldn't want to do that. Plus, like I said, I would feel kind of like,
Yeah, that's an OBS thing. He could do that if he wanted to.
Disingenuous. Like right now, I know I don't absolutely need it. Eventually, I will, but right now,
I mean, you
don't
need a green
absolutely
screen
need
to
it.
do it, but, you know.
So why am I gonna ask that of my viewers if I don't?
He's
really
got
need
one.
it? You know, years ago, when I was in the midst of a bankruptcy, I had to do marathons frequently to make money to pay bills to get by. I don't want to go back there. I don't want anyone to make a correlation. Oh God, Phil's going back to his old ways where every month he's running a marathon fundraiser with a goal and he tries to make all this money. That's really not the goal. That's not the point anymore. You see, when I do a marathon now, it's just for fun. That's it. It's just for fun. I don't even care what I make during a marathon.
Yeah,
It's
you
just to
do,
have a
because
good
you always
time.
go, I'll drink for
I like
$100.
it. I like the fact that I'm.
You
always
love
going through
marathons
times
now
of
because
my
you get
life
money
where
to
I'm
drink
back in that
shots.
situation.
And you don't get drunk at all because you're
So
an
if I were to
actual
do something
fucking
like that, it would have to
alcoholic.
be for something really a concerning need, right? Because that's the thing. If you're constantly asking,
Yeah, we have daily
asking,
fundraisers now.
asking, and it becomes a constant,
You do.
then it doesn't feel needed or special or important.
Bro, you literally spent 20 minutes today telling us that you have to play games to make money, and you had one slow stream, and we had paranoia trip out moment.
Correct? Like, you guys know daily, I have goals I set, things that I like to do. I don't have to hit them every day, but as long as in general support's coming in, that's great, right? But if I was here every single day, and if I was yelling and screaming about being upset because I didn't actually hit my goal, oh my God, I didn't hit my goal, how dare you, right? People wouldn't care anymore. They'd be like, what the fuck? What's your problem? It's all you're talking about constantly. I don't want to be like that. So my feeling is if I were to do a GoFundMe for a PC or whatever, people would say he's gone back to his old ways. He's you know, doing these marathons asking for money again and shit, and we thought we were past that. And honestly, I feel like I am.
Who
past
thought you were
that. I don't
past
wanna go
that?
back there. So
I mean, I don't know about worse is correct. It's getting more boring.
I guess we'll have to see what happens. All right. The way I see it, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. So why push the problem at this point, you know?
Lalo, I see you.
Showing signs of that. It's on its way out now, you know? Then, yeah, then we'll probably do something. But right now, I'm not seeing that, so. Okay. Jade really enjoyed watching me play Call of Duty yesterday. I'm glad to hear that.
I'll go catch a few wins. See you later.
Damn, do you hear those birds outside? Those birds were going crazy. They're loud over there. Wonder what kind of birds those are.
Who cares? Who cares? Whatever, dude. Whatever.
Alright. Anyone else got questions that are rational rather than absolutely ridiculous over-the-top questions that are nowhere set in reality?
Cheating on someone in the chat because we can. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of birds they are. They're very loud out there. Sounds like several of them talking to each other. Oh, I got this PC 2014. Yep. When I moved here, I had no intention of getting a new PC. My PC was still working. But then within a few months of moving here, all of a sudden my old PC was having problems. Like, it wasn't turning off properly. It was having, like, all kinds of issues. And I was nervous it was going to stop working. And I said, well, I already dumped an insane amount of money moving. I might as well just dump more and upgrade the whole setup. So I did. So it's a 9-year-old PC that I'm using right now. Yes, Juan, we're all aware it's 25 days to your birthday. You update us every day. Thank you. Do birds
Big
scare
days
me?
right
No,
there.
not really. Get DDP Yoga for my back. I have it. I bought it over a decade ago. It's sitting in my closet, and I can use it whenever I want. We found it during the closet cleanup event last summer.
Okay.
Jasper Kitty. Jasper Kitty, you nut. Do I think they will nerf damage in Street Fighter 6? I have no idea. I don't know what they're going to do. Does Jasper attack birds? Yes, he jumps at the back door and pounces against it when birds are nearby or flying by. He absolutely wants to go after birds.
Yeah, of course. What a surprise. Never seen a cat do that. Almost like it's their instinct. Just pure dead air and wasted time right now. Banning.
Oh, Howard, I don't know the link to Slayer's channel. I make the content for him. I don't then go watch the content on his channel after.
Maybe you should find out and link it.
I'm sure many others do, because people have watched it.
So ask someone else.
I don't know where it is.
I don't know it. I don't pay attention to any of you.
Would I invest in a bird feeder? No, because we already had one. And it made an insane huge mess in the backyard. Every day there'd be like insane amounts of feed shells and shit all over the ground. And it was such a mess to clean up. It was not worth it. It got really disgusting out there, actually. So...
What the stop pulling your fucking ear to pieces. Bro, what do you mean it was a mess? How much bird seed you fucking putting out there? How much bird seed are you putting out there, dude? What the fuck are you doing? Like an actual tweaker, by the way. Oh. Jesus Christ.
Put like a bowl of shelled peanuts out there, and all the creatures come and eat it, and by the end of the day, all you got left is the bowl. That's it. No mess.
Buy
Just
seeds.
Peanuts. There's nothing, no pieces to be left. They eat them all. So that's the best way to go, in my opinion. The bird feeder with seed, that shit makes an insane mess.
Oh, whatever, dude. This is literally just nothingness. This is
yes,
nothing.
I did like Callisto Protocol a lot when
This
it
is
came
just
out.
nothing.
It wasn't the best game ever. but it
Literally
felt
nothing
unique
going
enough
on
for Dead
right now.
Space. It didn't feel like Dead Space. It looked like Dead Space, but it didn't play like Dead Space. So I actually really enjoyed it. While a lot of people hated it, I enjoyed it. Dan the Man has gifted a membership to Tyrone.
Callisto.
Congrats, Tyrone, on the gifted membership. Be sure
God,
to
that
thank
game
Dan the
sucked.
Man. And Dan, thank you.
I wish that
for
game was
allowing me to
better.
at least get some momentum here.
I really
Get us
tried
back in the right
to
direction,
like that
because,
game.
Man, losing those members sucks.
I gave it
really
maybe a
does.
6
When you
or
get
a
that momentum
7.
Going for like the last month.
Looking back, I was kind of
growing,
generous.
And then all of a sudden, boom, losing like 50 members sucks ass. So hopefully we can get those back.
Wow, it sucks. Losing 50 members sucks ass.
Hummingbirds are probably really cool. They certainly sound awesome, do they not? The premise of them having those long beaks, they suck nectar, and they're like constantly beating their wings like ultra fast, and they're really cool looking birds. Shovelmantastic, if you haven't noticed, you're literally the only person talking about Street Fighter 6 experiments and statistics. No one cares, which is why I'm kind of ignoring you. This is not a channel all about that. Apparently, that's what you're focused on right now. No one here today is talking about Street Fighter 6 or gives a shit. So, you can just give up. Alright, no one's going to talk about that today.
Let me guess, they're talking about something that contradicts you, so we can't talk about it. Because you can bet if they're posting things saying, oh, wow, Blanca players are at a disadvantage, and it turns out you have to be extra good to play as Blanca. You can fucking best believe he'd be reading it out right now.
Wrong day, wrong time, no one cares. Do I like Lies of P more than Elden Ring? Man, that's a tough question.
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
Lies of P is everything that I like about a FromSoft game. It's hand designed that every part of every level is interesting and intricate and fun.
Oh, yeah?
All the bosses are unique and interesting and different. There's not a lot of crazy repetition in the enemy types. That's like the best of what makes FromSoft.
Yeah, so he was
great.
basically contradicting DSP.
Correct.
Correct?
Elden Ring's a great game. And it's got some really awesome things. Like, I actually think that some of the dungeons and things in Elden Ring are some of the best I've ever played that FromSoft has ever put out. At the same time, Elden Ring's just too long and has too much bloat. The open world is not fun by the last third of the game. It's just
Bro, whatever.
boring and tedious.
I'm sorry that you fucking sucked at it.
So,
I fucking loved it, dude. Every second when I hadn't played it.
I really like Elden Ring, but I don't think it's the best thing that FromSoft ever did, honestly. While Lies of P tried to definitely do the best they could to try to be like what people want from FromSoft, even though they're not FromSoft. So, it's a tough decision to make.
Stop touching your face, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus Christ, the face touching right now.
Honestly, I love both games.
Nice sniff. Sniff, moustache touch. Licking lips, bouncing in the seat, licking lips constantly.
Is there surgery for
chewing his
post-nasal
lip.
Not to my knowledge, there's nothing foolproof now. No. And by the way, unlike other surgeries, the surgery would be considered completely optional. Therefore, health insurance wouldn't even cover it.
Fuck you, dude.
Okay? Like, for example, if I had a debilitating injury and I went to a doctor and I had to have a surgery to fix it,
You don't.
that's covered by health insurance, at least to some extent. But this would be something they consider, well, post-nasal drip isn't something that ruins your life. It's not life-threatening. Therefore,
Well, it's not, is it?
you know, health insurance would never cover it.
I mean, it's not, is it?
They would tell you, much like cosmetic surgery or dental surgery or things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just cosmetic, so you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I can't. You know? I can't pay for it.
It's the same here, by the way.
So, not much I can do.
Nice sniff again. Eyes twitching. Bouncing, lip chewing. Just chewing lip constantly, eyes tweaking. Bouncing. Eyes tweaking. Chewing lip, eyes tweaking, constantly just reading chat. Pure just fucking constant dead air reading chat. Dead air reading chat, Q&A. Shorten the podcast, shorten the podcast, shorten the podcast, shorten the podcast, shorten the podcast. Read past all those people telling him to shorten the podcast to read that actual fucking dented head OP Boone, who it would be better if he was sunk to the bottom of an ocean. Everybody's lives would be better if that guy, overpowered Boone, was dropped into the Pacific Ocean, attached to a chain and a cannonball. Okay?
Messes with my sleep. The thing is, it usually doesn't. Like,
yeah, he needs to visit it in that little sub.
there'll be mornings when I wake up, and like today,
Yeah.
and it's like a faucet is running down the back of my throat, and my throat is completely full of gunk, and I'm like, oh my god. But
Disgusting.
I can still sleep. Like, it's not like I'm not getting sleep because of it. You know what I'm
Disgusting.
saying? So,
Yeah,
again,
all the way at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, dude. Like 10 miles down. All the way down there. Just crushed and decompressed, dude. Just get fucked.
unless it becomes a situation where my life is dramatically affected in a negative way.
Oh, Jesus,
or it becomes
dude.
life-threatening, and I can prove that to, say, a doctor. That could then
Doctor!
thing, and you know what I mean? From what I'm gonna understand,
Yeah.
there are, like, there is
Nice
a surgery
sniff and
that
wipe,
people use.
dude.
It's not foolproof. It doesn't necessarily work for everyone, and so because of that, just off the bat, it probably wouldn't.
It's all right,
even
we're
be
nearly at the
approved
end.
by, you know, a fucking
We've nearly made it.
Health insurance board.
We've
and say,
nearly
"Oh, yeah,
made
we'll
it.
Pay for that surgery or whatever. You know. Let's see here.
Neon. Yeah. Nice ear dig. Excellent. Oh, yeah, great. Nice what? Didn't check it. Had to go right in. Sometimes I get an itchy ear, but even I just managed to do that. Even I don't have to go like... Even I don't have to lean right in. How the fuck do you get an itchy ear and not just go like that? How the fuck do you get an itchy nose and not just do that? Whatever. How the fuck do you go whoop? Like over the top so I can get extra access. Tevin, how you doing? Nice to see you, bro. The one, the only. Oh, well, now we got empty chair. In the time it took me to say hello to Tevin, he just disappeared to do something. Check the window, landscapers. Fart again.
I found him.
Pajama bottoms on, by the way.
Stairs at me.
Pajama
He saw
bottoms
me,
on.
Ran up the stairs, and I said, Jasper Kitty.
Oh,
Jasper
God.
Kitty. Jasper Kitty, say something. Now he won't talk. He meowed to me in the hallway, but now he won't meow to me.
Yeah, great.
There you go.
Yeah, this is pure meaningful content right now. Jasper Kitty.
Trying to see Jasper again, huh?
Jasper Kitty.
Jasper Kitty. So rarely talks in here. Why are you so camera shy? You love being on camera, but you won't talk in front of the camera. Why not?
A nice little wipe, dude. Yeah, nice
Jasper.
little what's name wipe in the middle there. I like that. Nice little wipe.
Jasper's like the frog from Looney Tunes? Yeah, I guess so. He's insanely talkative, except when people are watching, then he won't talk. Ah! Your tail is in my face. How dare you put this tail in my face?
Bite him, dude.
I gotta show. How dare you put this tail right here in my face? How could you do such a horrible thing? How could you do that? The
God, I
kitty
hate
tail
this.
mustache.
Okay. Wow. There's an image. I mean, it probably smells nice. Cats smell alright, don't they? To be fair, I bet his coat doesn't smell that nice. Because cats and dogs, if they've got that not mangy, but you know when dogs have that like skanky smell to them? Some dogs smell lovely and clean and nice. And some smell like, the smell is like a little bit sort of like stale or whatever. That's what they're feeding them. A lot of that is diet. It's what the dog or the cat is being fed. So you can best believe Jasper probably smells a bit stale because they're feeding him fucking trash jelly food and all sorts of crap like that. Like, I feed the dogs like decent biscuits that ain't got shit in them and raw meat. A lot of the time. Always used to feed the dogs raw meat, raw chicken leg. You ever see a Doberman eat a chicken leg like a giant what's name? Just give it to him and just crunch the bones like it's nothing, dude. Just annihilate it. Tuna's pretty good. And again, there are like, it's not that you can't buy, it's not, that's the thing. Crookie, by the way, how you doing? It's not that that products don't exist that are better for them. Like, you can buy biscuits that are cleaner and nice food that's like, you know, but for the most part, you know he's just giving the cat generic bullshit food that cat makes him buy. Probably expensive, don't matter. Billy1287, how you doing?
Turtles are not camera shy. Yeah, because turtles probably couldn't even be fast enough to move out of the way of the camera, right? Actually, I've seen some zippy turtles. I've seen some pretty fast turtles. Those are the water-based ones, right? Like tortoises are slow. Tortoises are land-based, while turtles can be pretty fast in the water.
Almost like the water is a different medium. Almost like they're designed for that.
Jasper Kitty. He won't talk. I give up. I tried. I
Fuck
tried.
this stupid cat, dude.
Oh, let's see here. No, I've never played a rants game. I don't know what that is. I just got a $1.30 tip. Someone completely being insulting. Would you ever rebrand your underperforming React channel?
Got him, bro. Headshot. Oh, bait was successfully swallowed. Zing bosh. They aimed it. They aimed it. They aimed it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Took the shot, waiting for the super chat. Bosh. Got him, bro.
Into a politics channel for the new year. No. First of all, what's hilarious is you say it's underperforming.
Here we go. Tell us about it.
On what scale are you judging that? Because you have to understand something.
What do we have to understand?
All right? Success is not based off of YouTube views.
Oh, isn't it? What's it based off? Begging?
If that were the case...
It based on how much you could beg on those videos?
Some of the dumbest people on the planet are successful. I don't even believe that.
Oh, yeah?
I just think, you know, YouTube views is based on so many silly things that it doesn't matter. Views have never mattered to me whatsoever.
But yet you know them, and you talk about it all the time. You mention how many views a certain video will get. If one gets more than normal, you always talk about it. You talked about the Modern Warfare 2 stream having 400 or 500 viewers, even though you don't normally get that.
Since the moment that my contract with Machinima changed from a view-based contract to an ad-based contract. You understand?
Wow, we're going back to Machinima. Great.
I don't care about views at all. What I care about is people enjoying the content and supporting it. And they do.
Yeah.
People enjoy and support the content on the React channel.
Yeah, they give you money.
I make a decent amount on a monthly basis on that channel for the one show a week I do. And every once in a while doing movie reviews, which, by the way, tonight...
But you told us that the React streams underperform. He's literally said this.
I think I will review Halloween Kills.
He's literally said the React streams are slow.
I think I should have time to do that later tonight. You know, like, just because you look at the videos, like, oh, they only have a few hundred views. And? What's your point? I'm making a living doing this. You realize that, right? I make a whole full-time job out of this.
Wow,
Even
do
though
ya?
I don't have viral views. You understand how significant that is?
Oh, absolutely
how different
triggered
that
him.
is from the formula that most YouTubers abide by.
The formula that most YouTubers, where they just make videos or they stream, they talk to their audience, they have fun. Sometimes they take a sponsorship or they tell you about HelloFresh for 2 minutes or whatever. Sometimes they make a sponsored video. Like, who gives a fuck? And then they can make the content that they want. Also, it's fucking... Wait a minute. I've just remembered. I'm waiting for a Zero Lenny video. I'm waiting for a Zero Lenny video. He had to make a sponsored video. Look, didn't get anywhere near as many views as he normally gets. Doesn't matter. Who cares if he had to make a sponsored video? He made some money. It's his job. He didn't have to sit on stream and make a video begging his audience or make a video begging everybody else.
Armored Core.
Bro, Lenny beat the Ibis punching it only.
This is perhaps most demoralizing part.
Lenny beat the Ibis by punching it to
I
death.
knew I couldn't stop here. It was just a matter of time.
Lenny beat the Ibis by punching it to death.
Let's fucking go, baby! Fucking hell!
Imagine fighting the Ibis and having to punch it to death.
You must maximize the appeal from widespread viewers who just
Thank you,
don't
Joe. How you
fucking
doing?
care
I see
or
you.
put a thought in anything they do because they rely on. They need that. I don't need that.
Bro, Armored Core was great. Take that back, Hate Army. Take that back now! Armored Core's fucking great.
Hey, buddy.
Don't even start.
who love what I do and enjoy it and support it for what it is, not just because it's popular.
Yeah.
You understand? In fact, I'm not popular, but I'm still successful. That's harder to do. Get it?
Get it?
But no, I don't want to do a politics channel right now at all. I'm not interested in it. Maybe someday in the future, but not right now.
Look at this, dude. Look at this. Tweaking out, head moving, eyes going, what's naming. Bro, literally read past everybody's suggestions to get to that fucking Maniac Boons thing, writing AI paragraphs about streamlining when he's going to do the streams and when he's going to upload them. He read past about 10 people saying shorten the podcast, take out the Q&A. No one wants it. Shorten the podcast. And this cunt sits here doing absolutely nothing, expecting the money to pour in. Lowest fucking possible effort streamer on the internet. Tweaking, head tweaking, nose tweaking.
All right.
Nose
Any
white.
last minute questions, or shall we adjourn? Because we have to get set up and get ready to continue on and finish Resident Evil.
Get set up. Wow, I have to get set up. I'm sitting, the stream is live, the console's there. I have to get set up. And as we know now, Xbox and stuff perpetually keeps the games online. So literally all I've got to do is turn it on, press the scene button, press the button of the game I was playing. Wow. How difficult. How difficult that was. I need to set up. I need to set up, dude. So tough. Yeah, I need to set the game up, mate. Nice.
Oh.
You get stun locked in 1 to 2 hits. Oh, I do the Ibis with the stun needles and the Zimmerman shotguns. Just walk all over it. The hardest boss in the game.
Right.
The hardest boss in the game, all in all. Some of the arena fights got me down to the bone, but you are quite tough. The Ibis is quite hard. There's another one. Not the fight before. There's a couple of fights where you got to fight like 2 or 3 ACs. They're probably some of the hardest. When you got to kill maybe Michigan and Iguazu on New Game Plus, you got to fight like 2 or 3 of them. There's a couple that were a little bit tricky.
Sounds good. Good podcast today. Now remember, the 2 things I need feedback on. Number 1, what did you think about Modern Warfare 3?
You don't need feedback. He needs you to tell him you're going to pay him if he buys it.
Should I play the beta again? Should I get the final game?
Are you going to give me money?
Last night? I need feedback on all of that.
Are you going to give me money?
Number 2, thoughts about setting up streams ahead of time, so that the schedule is kind of...
No one cares about that.
I'd like to hear your feedback on both of them.
No one gives 2 fucks about that. I guarantee you, no one gives a fuck.
Very well could influence how I do stuff moving forward. All right, but in the meantime, I would like to say thank you all so very much for chilling with me here on the podcast, and happy Halloween. So that sucks.
Amazing. Amazing. Right, you're getting a poll. You're getting a poll.
Sounds great. Oh, random typewriter. They keep giving you save points, but not ending the chapter. Seriously.
Right. Right, you got a poll. 1 minute. Polls on the screen. Vote in the poll.
Seriously, he's mutating?
Vote
oh
in the
God.
poll for what you want whilst I'm cooking. Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll for what you want whilst I'm cooking.
Shut the fuck up.
overwhelming support for Breaking Bad right now. Overwhelming support for Breaking Bad. The chat have had enough of him today. The chat have had enough of this cunt today.
A little bit more rifle ammo.
That was a pretty awful podcast, wasn't it?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm very much enjoying.
That was a pretty awful podcast we had right there. Like absolutely awful.
Better temperatures, not overheated. Trying to play a difficult game like
it's been decided. I'm going to split the part.
It's always a good asset.
So that I can upload this wonderful footage onto YouTube for the poor people over there that for some reason like watching my fucking what's name streams when I rant about the guy. So aren't they lucky? Right, sit tight. 3, 2, 1.